Hey now, we are live. I'm already on the list critics thing. Let me not. Hey now, we are live. Hey now. Let me go ahead and.
Hey now.
The dream is over. What, you just gonna stop there?
I don't know the rest of it. I don't know.
Oh,
I just know
my
that
God.
one part.
That's hilarious.
Like I know every song ever.
Well, I mean, you shouldn't know every song ever because that's too much, but you should know the ones that you sing.
Nah, I don't care.
You're gonna be that guy at the karaoke who's just like the parts you don't know.
Like I know Don't Stop Believing, and then I just sit back.
Hang on to this feeling.
You already know more than I do.
Streetlight people. Oh, yo, what up, Jovial Imp? Mutter Oak? Mutter Oak. Oh,
Jovial Imp.
Mutter
My
Oakie. I get it. Mutter Oakie. Oh, you know Jovial Imp?
I do.
Okay, that's cool. 'Cause I'm pretty sure I've seen him around. Yeah. Welcome in, everybody. We're going to do the list critics. Me and Jessie have been... no Elise today. She's at a concert today. And she was under the impression it was last week. And maybe it was supposed to be last week. And I forgot to write things down. So sometime, like probably tomorrow or something, I'll put my head together with Elise and figure out what works for next week. And then I'll put my head together with Jessie. And then I will put my head in a fridge.
Oh, I don't like where that's going.
It's cool in there.
Yeah, you're right. And I can't sweat, so bonuses all around.
Exactly. You just lay your head. I had seen a YouTube video where this guy's cat just liked to hang out in the fridge.
Well, hopefully not for too long.
Well, he would check on her every now and then. He'd open the door and be like, "Hey, you good?" And the cat just, "Okay, see you in a few minutes," you know.
See you in a couple days. You got plenty of food.
Well, yeah, exactly. Right. At least it's not like those old-timey fridges where you could, like, suffocate in there, you know? They used to have the PSAs about it and everything.
Well, yeah, wasn't there, like, a whole episode of Punky Brewster about it?
Oh, my God, yeah, you're right, there was. Where she knew a kid
and they made it really serious, too.
Yeah, on a very special Punky Brewster.
It was. I'm old.
Isn't the girl that played Punky Brewster still, like, famous?
I don't think so.
I don't know. I feel like I saw her in, like, a Terminator movie or something.
I haven't seen a new one since, like, the fourth one.
Well, I think that might have been the one she was in. Let me look her up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well...
Okay, I got her name is Salil Moon Fry.
Soleil Moon Fry, yeah.
Is it Soleil? Because it. Oh, it is.
That's what sun in French is.
Well, it could have been Latin.
Yeah.
Let's
then it'd
see.
be Sol.
Well, let's see. Oh, that's yeah. Now she No, she mostly does like Bratz movies.
Classic.
Yeah,
Bratz.
I know. Yeah, Bratz. Yeah. Well, she does a bunch of voice acting, so you know. Who was it that was in the You know, it must have been just some other lady with three names or something. Let me look at the Terminator 4 and see who I'm thinking of.
The Terminator 4.
Yeah, I just have to remember what the Salvation. There we go.
Yeah, the one with
Batman.
Well, what's his face? Patrick Bateman.
Batman.
Yeah, Patrick Batman.
Patrick Batman. Oh God, this. Okay, so you know what it is? Is that Punky Brewster's name is Sun. This chick's name is Moon.
Oh, Moon Unit?
Moon Bloodgood. Which is like that's like a werewolf name, right?
That is.
That's like you're gonna be in the next Underworld movie, you know?
I am a death dealer.
Or what? Yeah, it's metal, right? That's what Jovial would say. That's metal.
That's metal.
Oh, man. Oh, I finished East 10 yesterday.
E6.
So now, I love when I raid somebody and their bot says that I was playing East 10, and they're like, you were playing Wise X? I don't know what that is, but I hope you had fun. I'm like, it's East, and that's a 10. You know, like...
That's a 10
like,
for me.
People are just like, I've never heard of East, and I'm just like, oh my god, just get on that. Do you like Zelda? Yeah, then you're gonna love East, you know?
Just get into all the Nihon Falcom.
Yeah, well, you know what's funny is somebody that I kept saying that to came by the stream, and they were like, oh, okay, actually, this does look fucking badass. Like, holy shit.
They made Legacy of the Wizard. I saw you played that not long ago.
Yep. We had a chudless run of Legacy of the Wizard. That was fun.
Chudless run.
It was a chudless run. We didn't have... Well, you know what happened the first time. That Nicholas Infante guy in the chat just went fucking off the deep end out of nowhere.
Don't think I saw that run.
It was years ago, and I had the first stream went perfectly fine, and then for the second one, Nicholas comes in and hey Nicholas, he starts like going all weird and political, and I'm just like, where is this even fucking coming from, bro? And he just would not fucking stop. And then
like, we're playing a game where you get to play as the dog.
I know, right?
Relax.
And so he gets banned because he kept yelling at people in the chat, and then the mod that banned him, he decides, I'm going to whisper this person and bother them, and that was Barrel, and I said to, because it was like hours later, and we're like talking about it in Discord because it was pretty funny, and And he's like, oh yeah, he's still going. He's still screaming about George Soros and all this stuff. And by the way,
know who that is?
Well, that's what he's saying. And by the way, who is George Soros? And I'm like, well, I could understand why you don't know that because you're from Sweden, And I explained he's just a CEO, And it's like the weirdest thing that some of these weirdos are so fixated on this guy. But anyway, it was so weird. I said, you could block the guy. You don't have to put up with this stuff. And he's like, no, this is funny as fuck. What are you talking about? More like Nicholas. What? Oh, you're saying he doesn't wear underwear? Hey, Scottish Maiden, how is it going?
Hey.
Do you know Scottish Maiden, Jesse? Because I feel like you know everybody.
I don't.
Okay. Well,
but I do now.
Scott, I met Scottish Maiden through Alice, and her name is also Alice, by the way.
Get out.
Yeah.
There's more than two? More than one, I should say?
Hey, Alice, how did you try Oblivion Remastered? I think you were doing that today, right? How is it? If I've heard good things.
It looks pretty good. I saw some footage.
It looks great. So yeah, it was just it was a weird moment, and it sort of defined the legacy of the Wizard for NES for me for a while. It was even part of my intro. It was a clip where I was making fun of the guy, who just completely popped the fuck off in my chat, just out of nowhere. And since then we've just said there's just no politics in the chat at all. Just take it to the Discord, and then in that specific area, don't bother people with that shit, And but I was like, wanting to redo it anyway, and it was like, hey, it would be nice to play the Legacy of the Wizard and not have a horrible event happen in the chat. Oh, you haven't yet? Okay. So that's why I said it was the chudless run of Legacy of the Wizard. although the crazy event happened in the first stream, not the second one, because I was stoned out of my gourd for the first stream.
Oh shit!
Yeah. So I was making some errors, I was just like, wait a minute, I think I'm not supposed to be in this area yet until I get this other thing, and oh man, I felt like Towley. I have no idea what's going on right now.
You want to get high?
You want to get high? Oh wait, I have to do Gollum because Scottish Maiden is in the chat. You're... Give it to us raw and
Gollum want a cookie?
tastes like ashes and dust. Ashes
More.
and dust splashes.
Hey, more for me. Oh,
Well, remember they tried to give him the lembas bread and he spit it out.
I mean,
He was
it's
like,
pretty good.
Well, he couldn't eat it because it was made by elves. The scene in the movie was different from the scene in the book because when they described what the lembas bread is and Legolas in the movie explains it and he says it's all one bite can fill a grown man's stomach for a full day and then Merry looks at Pippin and goes, how many did you eat? He says 4. So, in the book, it was actually Gimli that he thought it was cram, which is a real thing. It's like this biscuit that you could eat that's terrible, but it'll fill you up, right? And he's like, cram, and he takes a bite, and he's like, oh, and he shoves the whole thing in his mouth. And it wasn't Legolas, it was like Haldir. It was like, whoa, you dude, you have had enough. You have eaten enough to last you like a few days.
Like, all right, sweet. I don't mind not being hungry for a few days.
Well, I guess it wouldn't work on Pippin, but I was actually asked a question recently, which was, who would you rather have, Gandalf as your mentor, Aragorn as your protector, or Galadriel as your guide? And I said, well, Galadriel, because you're kind of getting both protector and mentor with her. And then her husband, he's really smart, and that's like a package deal, so you could pick his brain. And I said, and I could probably eat more lembas bread than Gimli.
Wow, you think so?
Well, I'm bigger than him. I'm taller, so that gives me some kind of advantage, right?
Do we know what it tastes like? Did they ever say?
It supposedly tastes amazing. Most of the recipes that you see online that interpret it as like a real food, try to make it some sort of honey cake.
That's fine. I can do that.
So it's like a sweet sort of like biscuit that you could eat. Although the missing ingredient is magic. You need that part.
Hey, I got magic in these 2 hands, baby.
Super stew.
We doesn't eat soups or stews. We have to eat it raw. Eat them yes, they are young. They are nice. They are fresh. Gollum.
It's going to be crazy when the Gollum movie comes out. People are going to be wanting to hear the voice.
Yeah, you better warm that puppy up.
Well, I need the Gollum juice is what I need.
Is that a euphemism?
No, it's a real thing that it's a mixture of like
Jovial Imp doesn't know.
Yeah, they're making a Hunt for Gollum movie. Andy Serkis is writing, directing, and starring in it. Hey, Mogul, how's it going? And
hey, it's Mogul.
You couldn't say no to that.
Oh, yes, we could.
Gollum juice is a mixture of green tea, honey, and I think there's ginger in it, and lemon, and it's what Andy Serkis would drink when he would have to do long periods of doing the Gollum voice, which is very hard on your throat. So he made that. It's very similar to what like opera singers drink to help their throat. And
soothes everything.
Yes, exactly. And he drinks that, and he calls it Gollum juice.
Nice.
Yeah, List Critics taking it old school. Yeah, it hasn't been an episode with just me and Jesse in a while. For those of you who just joining us, Elise is not going to be here today for the stream because she's out seeing a concert. She's seeing Meshuggah and Cannibal Corpse, which she says is not exactly her style of music, but she's going with a friend who's very enthusiastic to. Oh, by the way, in Cannibal Corpse, actually, Jesse, they're natives of your homeland. They're from Canada.
Yeah. Believe me, yeah. I know Cannibal Corpse.
I know Jim.
My brother was into them in high school.
Oh, Jim Carrey is a big Cannibal Corpse fan, which is why.
That's kind of weird.
Well, they were in Ace Ventura.
Yeah, they were the band on stage.
That's because he insisted on that because he was a big fan. Because remember, he comes in, he does the big head banging thing. Oh. All right, guys, we're just going to get ourselves started here. So let's go over here. Welcome to the List Critics Remastered. For anyone who doesn't know, this is an informal podcast where we read lists and stuff from the internet, and some of them were submitted by you guys. I saw Moogle submitted a whole bunch of them just a little while ago, and we just react to them and grade them, and the points are made up, and none of this shit matters. So we're going to start, as we always do, with Tumblr Gets Deep, if I could find the fucking thing. Which of these many browser tab window things did I put it in? Oh, I found it. Okay. All right, so here we are. We got, how many of these do we have today? We have 45 dark humor Tumblr memes not for the faint of heart.
Okay, time to get comfortable.
Stupid habits doesn't understand our humor. We're dark, precious.
Yo, Moogle with the watch strike. Nice. Okay,
Sounded a little German there. Doesn't understand our humor.
German Gollum, you know.
Yeah.
Sprechen Sie Deutsch, precious. Gottverdammt.
Okay.
This is the part of List Critics where we dance.
This is the part of this critics. Oh God, I'm becoming Austrian there. This is the part of this critics where we dance. Ah, come on. All right.
Okay.
Okay, so number one starts with a picture of and this is for anybody not from the United States. This is a real chain of convenience stores called the Come and Go. I wish I was making this up, but there really is. They really decided that was okay. And yeah, Master, thank you. Master says, the Come and Go, or as my mom called it, the ejaculate and evacuate. And then, that's good, right? And then Dana D says, jizz and jet. And then Hobgoblin and Hero says, shoot and scoot. And then the next person, let's see, Ask the Team of Scientists says, blow your load and hit the road. I see, now that's a good one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I like that one. And then finally, Polly Poppet says, bust you nut and off you strut. They had to work for that one.
Mm-hmm. I still think the first one's the best.
Ejaculate and evacuate. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's still just two words.
Yeah.
This and that.
Well, so was jizz and jet and shoot and scoot, but you know.
Yeah, but just the flow of those words. Ejaculate, evacuate.
Number two, well, I can't stand this Harry Potter shit anymore, but they're recontextualizing a quote from Harry Potter. Where it says, when you invite me over for sex and there are other people in the house, and the quote is, you seem to be laboring under the delusion that I'm going to, what was the phrase, come quietly?
I get it. That's it.
Of course you get it. It's a jizz joke. What's to get? I mean... Oh, man. Number three is just a picture of some lady. She's just standing there, and she's got a jersey on, and it says throat goat on it. I'm not really sure. She's advertising that she's the throat goat.
So her throat is somehow the greatest of all time.
Yeah. I mean, I think that she's advertising her services.
Good for her.
Yeah.
I hope she does well.
I'm sure she's doing fine. Number four, King here says, do you moan or cuss? And then Antonio says, depends on how good the food is, but usually both.
Hey!
You know, when you bite into a really, like a delicious meal, and you're, god damn, fuck, that's good,
Fuck!
Oh, man. Boy, if it's a good enough ham and cheese, exactly. Number five, Landerus here says, let's have phone sex over walkie-talkies. And then R Niner says, bend over. Bend what? Over.
I get it.
Well, I get it. I don't make you laugh, but I get it.
Sometimes it's just put them.
Yeah. Wayne had a good reversal of that quote. It ain't making me laugh, but I get it. Where Wayne just said, I'm laughing, but I don't get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Number six, Swisher's post said, artists fuck better, Because we turn sex into art, masterpieces. Mattresses become canvases where we can paint our love to someone with bodies. I couldn't get through that without laughing. It's so stupid. Oh my god, that is the dumbest fucking post I've ever seen. Alright, so then Z-SNES says, it's like impossible to come up with anything funnier than the experience of seeing this post. I agree. And then Tar Guzzler says, pharaohs fuck better because they put the pussy in sarcophagus.
Sarcophagus? What?
Like he tried to say sarcophagus but didn't know how to spell it.
You got it turned into gobbledygook.
Yeah, pretty much, right? Number 7, oh no. So, okay, first I have to describe the picture here. It's one of those, like, serve your own self soda machines, where you put the cup under the thing and it pours.
Yeah.
And I guess they're out of Coke. Because they put up a little paper on there, but they didn't spell Coke right, so it says, sorry, out of cock. And thank you for the... well, that's a YouTube subscribe. Thank you for that. Yo, Jovial Imp just popping off right now. So Twing King says, girl, deeper, boy. And then the picture. Sorry, out of cock.
Ah.
That reminds me of one from way back in the day. Like, it was like really like when we first started the show back in 2011 when it was like... girls rude as hell when they say go deeper and our pelvises touch, and I done run out of dick.
Like, where else are we supposed to go? Beyond flesh.
Oh God, Hellraiser, huh?
Yes.
All right, number 8. Him, Bay, get on top. Me, and then an article that says horse pretends to be dead every time he's supposed to go for a ride.
Oh.
Can you imagine if you're a horse? Hey, let's go out. Oh, yep. Yeah, no, I'm dead. Sorry, I'm dead. Come back later.
He keeps doing that.
Yeah.
I think I got a broken horse.
I can't believe you let the Monster Party reference just slide by without commenting, but...
Sorry, I'm dead.
Yeah, exactly,
Shit.
Number 9, Redza here says, ass fat like Totoro, call that Studio Jiggly. And then C Bass Apologist says, which Nicki Minaj song is this from? Oh, dude, she should do that. Ass fat like Totoro, call that Studio Jiggly. Like, make it happen. Nicki Minaj.
I don't like anything she does.
I don't know that. I don't know that.
But it does make sense.
That WAP song did get stuck in my head for a while.
Oh, that was so gross. It was funny.
It was hilarious. I'm walking around the house, it just under my breath, just going, whores in this house. There's some whores in this house.
The PG version is actually a bit grosser, wet and gushy.
But what's funny is when they showed it on Beavis and Butthead, and they're making fun of it, and Beavis goes, Butthead, this is really disgusting. It's fine for adults, but they should clean it up. They should have like a cleaned up version for kids, like damp vagina or something. Like, well, maybe not that. Well, maybe it's kind of romantic, damp vagina. So, but what's funny is I was watching it with a bunch of people on Discord, and I said, what's funny is that this is the clean version that they're listening to.
Exactly.
Number 10, Texas Enchantment says, freedom of speech means the government can't imprison you for what you say, not that the rest of us can't tell you to shut the fuck up. Yeah. That's true, yeah. Somebody said that, freedom of speech. I was like, so do I. Shut up.
Yeah, I want to tell you to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, shut up is speech, too. That is protected speech, sir. Number 11, Cyberho, amazing name, by the way. Cyberho says, dick riding is not a form of transportation. And then, I swear, 11 exclamation points. They're very passionate to tell you that dick riding is not a form of transportation. And I really wish I knew the story up to that point as to what led to that. But then Shaman Automata says, what I think we're all thinking, not with that attitude.
Yeah, it can take you to a wonderful place.
I can show you the world.
Yeah, exactly.
Number 12. Oh, dear. Bad things to say when you nut.
Oh, boy.
Whoopsie-doo, here comes the goo. God, that might be the worst thing ever.
You got to say it in a cartoony voice.
Whoopsie-doo, here comes the goo. It's slime time. Have some Brogurt. Nah, that ain't it. A shot of goo from me to you, and gonna splurt the girt. See, I imagine like that's like I don't know. I just imagine like the Sling Blade guy. I'm gonna splurt the girt. That's the sound he makes.
Yep.
Like what the fuck? You know, I saw something like this on Facebook where it was like things that guys said, you know, in that moment that turned you off. And I'm reading all these women's responses, and some of them are really funny. Oh, yeah, some of them are really, really funny. I don't remember off the top of my head, unfortunately. But, hey, well. Moogle, ban that guy, would you, please? No, it's a bot. Number 13, Karabo Matsone shows a picture that looks like it's from some kind of sex manual where a guy is like, you know, he's in that position and he's whispering something to his lady. Thank you, Moogle. And Karabo says, what's he saying to her? And somebody who chose the name Bob Saget says, I just switched to Geico. And then the next reply is from the Geico service team, who I think replies to every message that says that without looking at the context. And it says, welcome to the Geico family. And then
Geico themselves.
Tiptation says, imagine explaining this to someone who lived 100 years ago. Dude, imagine explaining it to somebody 100 years from now. They're going to be like, y'all were fucked up. All right, number 14, Catchy Memes here posts a screenshot of a tweet from Hurt Copain, who says, what the hell is that fruit passionate about? Passion fruit.
Yep.
And then Borscht Wife says, my parents trying to figure out what to get me for Christmas. Oh.
Passion fruit?
No, that's what their parents would say. What the hell is that fruit passionate about?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I get it. Okay.
Like, well, what's the difference between a Nintendo and a Super Nintendo?
One's fucking super. You know, like, I remember when the Super Nintendo was coming out, and of course, like every kid, I wanted one really badly, and it was just like the same arguments that parents use. We already have a Nintendo. What do you need another one? You know, or well, can you play the old games on it? You know, oh, I get it.
Compatibility wasn't a thing yet.
Yeah. Yeah, but the funny thing is, my mom said, "Oh, I would get it if you could play the old games." I'm like, but you still have the old one. What, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And you know, oh, they just advertise that it's better. It's probably not that much better. You know, that kind of thing. Yeah. Number 15, Straight Face Strangeness says, concept for a porno. Yo, most pornos don't have concepts. Just saying. Concept for a porno. Women reclining seductively on a bed. The door swings open. The Grim Reaper walks in. Woman gives the Reaper a husky look. So, she drawls, death has finally come for me. Not yet, replies the Reaper and strips off his robe. I would watch that.
Cue the music.
I would watch. Yeah. You ready to bone, baby?
Because he's death.
Because he's a skeleton. Yes.
Yeah. Oh boy.
That is terrible. I would so want to see that though. Number 16, Carnival Phantasm says, you ever see a fully safe for work artist draw a weirdly detailed armpit, and you just know they flew too close to the sun? Yeah.
It's so realistic. Wait a minute.
Yeah, and then Sammy Pecco says, trying to draw good feet, but not so good that people think I'm into it.
Just as long as you can draw feet.
Yeah, you don't want to Rob Layfield it up, you know? Just draw a bunch of just where the feet are either obscured by like random rocks or dust, or they just come to a point, you know. Number 17, Official Boredom says Massachusetts equals Waitachusetts over Gravity-chusetts. And then, you know, mass is weight over gravity.
Yeah.
So, Relevant says, girl, if you don't simplify that fraction. And then one of thousand dumbasses says, I'm coming for your Massachusetts.
Okay, that's funny.
Yeah. I like it. Yeah. Who gets these names? Number 18, Titty Fig. Like,
nice.
Like you're just like a malformed fig that has titties. It says, why is Santa's sack so big? Help me out here now, like it's a joke. I'll try it again.
Why is Santa's sack so big?
Because he only comes once a year.
Okay, I've heard that before. Wait, you haven't?
No, I have, unfortunately, and I wish I hadn't heard it a second time. Number 19 shows this picture of like Woody from Toy Story just sort of like splayed out on a bed, and it says, "When you're waiting for him to come back with a towel." Okay.
Clean yourself up.
Number 20. Oh no, it's another one of these. When she tells you to go deeper, and then it shows a screenshot from like one of the Pokemon games. There's no PP left for this move.
It's not very effective. ...
Caterpie fainted. Number 21, Frog MP3 says, Europeans are so funny. Literally like, I can't believe Americans don't have fresh bread. What the fuck are you talking about? We've had this one before, but it's worth going through here.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah. Lassimus says, I can't believe Americans think their store-bought sliced bread is real bread. And Frog MP3 says, there are bakeries in the United States. I'm not going to argue with a motherfucker about bread.
Well, you kind of just did.
Well, no, it's so stupid. Like, I can't believe Americans don't have bread. Like, yeah, we have bread. Oh, sliced bread isn't real bread. We have the other kind, too.
Yeah, but sliced bread is still real bread. It's just not the best bread.
Well, they're saying they don't have fresh bread. Yeah, not only do we have access to fresh bread, but sometimes we make it ourselves.
Yeah, I've made my own bread.
Yeah, it's easy and fun and usually worth it. Number 22, Gooey says, and to think I wanted to kill you 2 times. In this quarantine, you have become my friend. I love you, Manuel. Oh, God, it's like a bathroom. Like, he's in the bathroom, and he's taking a picture of a rat.
Oh.
And it's huge. Like, this is the biggest fucking... It's the size of a cat. And hey, Alice.
Oh, my. Hey, Alice.
And then Hungry says the rat said this.
Oh, no.
All right, number 23, Lesbian Shepherd says, the funniest H.P. Lovecraft story is the one where... I know where this is going. The one where some guy's family offended an evil wizard who then cursed his entire family, saying that all the men would die before they hit like 30. The protagonist is going crazy trying to find a spell to break the curse. And the big reveal was just that the wizard was literally just breaking into their house and killing them himself.
Oh, God.
So I'm familiar with the story. It's called The Alchemist. And it was actually that the wizard, basically, he did figure out a spell, but the spell was immortality.
Oh, no.
So that he could just continually come back and, like, kill this guy's family, like, for the rest of the time. And yeah, he wasn't using, like, he was just, like, just going in and, like, stabbing them or whatever, you know what I mean?
Oh, then, okay, I'm done.
Yeah, I mean... number 24, Just Shower Thought says, in Japan, radiation creates monsters, like Godzilla, and in America, radiation creates superheroes. And then Malor Maroc says, shockingly, it's almost like Japan and America have very different narratives surrounding nuclear fallout. Now, if we all think very hard, maybe someone could think about why this might be.
Any particular event, perhaps?
Yeah, 2 events, perhaps.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. Oh, we've done this one before, but it's funny enough to do again. Number 25. It shows the picture of a guy drinking a beer, and he's labeled siblingless writers, and the beer is, hey, bro, hey, sis, hey, little bro. And whoever posted it first, because it's cut off, says, I'm right and I should say it. And then Fairy of Something says, wait, how are peoples with siblings greeting each other? And then a studying rear says, hey. And then Pissbon says, greetings, whore, Fortnite dances.
I'm a little lost.
Well, okay, so, like, you have a brother, right?
I do.
Yeah. So you're not like, hey, big bro.
No.
Yeah, it's more like, hey. But people who grew up without having brothers or sisters tend to write this weird relationship where they're just like sort of cutesy, like, hey, little sis, hey, big bro, and nobody talks like that.
That's kind of weird, yeah.
It is kind of, but they don't have brothers and sisters, so they don't know the reality of it. So that's, you know, like I said, if you write what you know, and if you don't know, please fucking ask someone before you embarrass your damn ass.
Or like whenever I call my brother, the response is, what? And then we just have a normal conversation.
What now, Jesse?
Oh no, it's very blunt. Just
What?
yeah.
Yeah. Number 26, Touch My Popsicle says, it's kind of funny how when you get older, you start to enjoy the things you hated as a kid, like taking naps and getting spanked.
Hey.
And then the next person, and there's no more names here. So the second one was kind of unexpected, but no one is disagreeing.
Or like, if you ever got clothing for a present, back then you're like, oh man, but now it's like, oh great, I know where to wear this.
Yeah, I know where to wear this. Listen to you.
Like to what kind of event?
I know. That's funny, but yeah, the spanked thing
Wear
was
it
the main
on me?
draw there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 27 shows a picture of a bag of cranberries, and it. You know how like when you buy cranberries, there's like randomly a hole in the bag.
Sometimes.
Yeah, I think they put that there for a reason, like like for the air or something. Because it's always like a perfect circle hole. It's not like it's torn or anything.
Doesn't look like it came from a finger.
No, yeah, it looks like it came from a hole puncher, you know. So the thing is, they weren't thinking about where they punched the hole because it's where it says packed with fruit nutrients, and the hole is it's kind of covering up the P and the A in packed, so it really, really looks like it says fucked with fruit nutrients. And
Okay.
Meme Guide Com says, did somebody violate my cranberries? With fruit nutrients.
And I'm about to with my mouth.
Oh, no. So Reptilia here posts an article from someplace called daysdigital.com, which I suppose is some sort of crackpot website, because the headline here says female masturbation can apparently open a portal to hell. And
Man,
yeah, I know, right?
It's oblivion.
And Reptilia says, yeah, that's why I do it so much. Shut forth the gates of oblivion.
Yes.
It's true. It happened to your friend once. How did that work out? Did they get the sigil stone out of there? Number 29, Toddy Fox here. Well, it's a repost of Valid X2. Says having sex outside sounds pretty adventurous, but what if a bug crawl up your asshole? Then what you gonna do? And then Toddy Fox says the worst possible response to that: threesome.
You don't got to get a bug up your ass about it, though.
You know, okay. I'm no entomologist or anything. I'm no expert on bugs. But I have a feeling that they don't want to crawl up your butt. Like, what's the draw for them?
I don't know. They seem to really like smelly things, so...
Yeah, well, look, they're smelly, and then there's, you're going in there, you ain't coming out. Not alive, anyway.
Well, maybe they don't know that. Their bugs are dumb.
I'm just it's like, you remember that like email that was going around a long time ago with all these bogus facts, and one of them was like, oh, the average person eats 8 spiders a year or something. And
Yeah.
and it's like I remember reading the Snopes article about that, and they're like, spiders are not going to crawl in your mouth. There's no reason for them to do that.
And if that was true, I'd be happier because I'd be doing God's work.
Yeah, but also you would have spiders in your mouth.
But I would be asleep.
I don't know, bro.
So it's totally fine.
I don't know. If I really thought, and I know you're the one that's afraid of spiders, but if I really thought that they might crawl in my mouth when I'm sleeping, I would probably never sleep.
Oh.
Because ew. Anyway, no, number 30. Shake Spork says, or maybe it's Shakes Pork, who knows. I know I wouldn't survive in an Austen novel because someone would be Britishly discreetly rude to me, and I would be completely unable to restrain myself from calling them a cunt to their face.
Or go... brr.
And then Shakespeare writes a little bit of it. My detested rival. Why, madam, you look so drawn and pale today. Does the small size of your estate not give you enough freedom to take in the sun? Me. Listen to me, you wavy lemon-faced bitch. Oh,
you are a rascal.
Rapscallion.
Yes.
That's
a
a green,
ne'er-do-well.
that's a green onion at SoundCloud. Number 31 says, when Bay says he ate pineapple today, but then you realize he's a damn liar. And it shows a woman with, well, what I could best be described as some sort of creamy white stuff coming out of her mouth, and she looks quite annoyed with it. Is that a thing? Does pineapple do that?
I don't, does it?
I look, I don't eat pineapple, so you know.
Dear ChatGPT.
Oh no. Oh no. You see, I feel like if I brought up my phone and looked at ChatGPT and asked it that, it would probably be like, this is not appropriate, you know.
I cannot answer this.
Jovial Imp says it works.
Oh.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
does.
So number 32, Just Shower Thought says blowing a dandelion is basically you helping a weed ejaculate. And then JP Finch 1 says, I was having a good day. We were all having a good day.
I don't got a problem with it.
And then Churchyard Grim says, I mean, it's kind of not. Seeds aren't analogous to sperm. Hell, pollen isn't analogous to sperm. Plants do dimorphic gametes like that. A better analogy would be finding a couple dozen fully formed babies, firing a couple of fully... let's try that again. A better analogy would be firing a couple dozen fully formed babies from a t-shirt cannon. And then Lunapic says, now we're having a good day again.
Yes.
Baby cannon. Is this the mythical party cannon?
Party cannon?
There was this image of like logos of black metal bands, and you know how they all kind of look like the same sort of idea. But then there's a band called Party Cannon, and it's like in bright pastel colors, and it's like Comic Sans.
Nice.
Yeah.
Bringing back the Comic Sans.
Number 33, Party Barack is in the house tonight. Says, always practice safe sex until you have mastered it. Then you are permitted to practice dangerous sex.
Yeah, you got to level up.
Yeah. It's like you get your learner's permit. And then, number 34 shows a picture that I can only assume is from some milk commercial from a land of very demented people. So America. And I guess it shows this woman looking at like all the milks on a shelf, but they're like lactate milk. And then there's like a little cartoon cow standing there. And then I don't know. And then it shows because in the first picture it's showing the front of the cow, and then it shows the back of the cow. And I don't know, they gave this anthropomorphic cow a lot of cake, we'll say. Steak or cake, yeah. And then Daddy Domunism Kill says, why they make the cow so damn thick? Like, damn, make me want to suck the lactose-free milk straight out of her 4 cow titties. Jesus Christ. And then I'm looking forward to this reply. Meth Headman says, you need to suck the holy water straight out of Jesus' 4 titties. Shaking my head. You know, that might be the...
Jesus' 4 titties.
And apparently there's holy water coming out of them. That's the best you need Jesus that we've seen yet.
Yeah, y'all need Jesus.
Number 35. Oh, God. Why did you choose this name? Necrophiliac of the Future?
Oh, nothing good with that.
So, well, they're the only name on here. There's 3 people, but they're the only name that's on there. It says, is having a penis fun? And then the next person says, it has its ups and downs.
Hey-o.
And then the next person says, sometimes it's a little hard. Yeah, wherever it'll at. Number 36. Oh, no. It shows a billboard of somebody holding up their first 2 fingers. And it says, guess what's coming? Now,
you!
I know, right? Judging from the actual billboard, this is some sort of aquarium ad, and I don't know who's coming, but why it has the fingers like that. But Cigarettes and Waffle says, me if he uses his fingers correctly. And then Fart from the Pacific says, oh my God, I almost spit out the water I was drinking. And then Lacey Green says, 1,000,000 gallons of fun.
All right.
I still don't know what the finger gesture has to do with whatever this aquarium is doing.
All I picture is the fingers going up a butt. I'm sorry, but that's where my mind is going.
That's where all of our minds have gone. I mean,
yeah.
Those fingers are going inside somebody.
Yes.
Number 37. Why are all these so weirdly sexual today? This is crazy. First, it shows a picture of a guinea pig eating a banana, but it's like, a guinea pig eating a banana. And then it shows these two like naked firefighter guys standing next to each other. One of them is really big and the other is really little. It's trying to say
What?
the little guy is the hamster eating the banana.
Oh, because it would be really, it compares. Yeah.
So, Virtually Screwed Up says, I don't understand the joke. Why does he have 3,000 notes? These pictures aren't even related in any way. Look, if I could figure it out.
Jovial Imp's like classic image. Yeah, I guess you're old hat at this sort of thing.
If I could figure it out, then you can too. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Number 38, Sigs for Kids. It's a great name. Sigs for Kids says, what if grass licked your feet when you stepped on it?
Oh.
All right. As if that wasn't weird enough.
Oh.
Ulysses says, I would do a split.
Oh, hello.
And then Aircraft Carrier Wu Class responds with a diagram of how to do the sign of the Holy Cross.
Again, y'all need Jesus.
Number 39. Oh, I've seen this one. It shows a picture of like the Atlantic Ocean, with the continents on either side, and it says, and people still think Earth is flat because they drew kind of like a diagram of like a woman with big tits in where the ocean is.
Okay.
It's dumb.
Wait.
There's nothing to get. It's just dumb.
Just woman with boobies.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So number 40 shows looks like they're blowing up balloons for a parade, and it's like, hey, D-pad daddy, April is misspelled on the card. Tell me that 40 minutes into this. Yeah, it says Sprill.
Well, yeah, it's we're working on the 13-month calendar.
Lousy
Still.
smarch weather. Hold on, I'll fix it.
And hey, D-pad Danny, not D-pad Daddy. Although I do call him D-pad Daddy sometimes.
Hey, whatever you do in the privacy of your own homes is fine by me.
Well, I am in my own home right now as I look around. Where else am I going to be?
Yeah, but is D-pad daddy there waiting for you?
Not quite.
That could be a big boy. Give me a minute. I'm going to fix this issue that we're having here.
Don't give me that Kappa D-pad. Don't
There.
you dare.
It's fixed. You just said don't gimme that.
That Kappa.
Oh, hey, look, I can't keep up with all the lingo. Y'all ain't recovering from this. All right, so they're blowing up these balloons for it. No, I fixed it. It's like Catwoman and Batman, and it looks like, well, they're not fully inflated yet. Calm down, Moogle. And it looks like Batman is just gazing down at Catwoman's butt. And then in the subsequent pictures, this face is more in the butt. They might be letting the air out of the balloons at that point. Daily Superhero says, the hero Catwoman needs. And Pardon Mew While I Panic says, oh my fucking god. The Mary Sue says, get in there, Bruce. And Tinder Official says, y'all are so fucking nasty.
Tinder Official.
Like, I don't know. That's probably the less nasty than the last few entries here. I love this one, number 41, because it's from somebody with the name Planet Motherfucker.
Oh,
and
okay.
And it shows like an old timey looking tweet, like it's from the '60s from John F. Kennedy.
Oh.
And it even says, November 22nd, 1963, which is right before he died.
Right.
My wife is making me do this stupid parade. Someone kill me now, please.
Oh, bum, 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 bum.
I just watched that Jackie movie too with Alice not too long ago.
Jackie. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Born to Die, World as a Fuck says, is this real? Oh my god, are you stupid? And Indie City says, yeah, you could tell it's a tweet from the 60s because of the aging, because they made it look all yellowed.
Oh, okay.
All right, number 42. It's the bend over thing again.
Again.
Yeah, Landorus says, let's have phone sex over walkie-talkies. Bend over. Bend what over? But, yeah, I don't know. That's repeated for some reason. Number 43 says, shows a picture of SpongeBob sitting there looking all kind of traumatized. And it says, when you make a joke in front of your psychologist and instead of laughing, she starts writing it down.
Like, oh, no, what did I do?
Oh, well, this is going to cost me.
Yeah.
Number 44 is that picture of the drowning person with their hands sticking out of the water, and then somebody high-fives them. And it says, me liking posts about depression. Yo, Almighty Santa, what's going on? Hold on to your butts, indeed.
Hold on to your butts.
Oh, number 45 is the hey bro thing again.
And that's it, right?
Yeah, and that was the last one. Yeah, all right, so 2 of them are repeated. Okay, weirdly sexual this time.
Nothing wrong with that.
Well, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it being sexual, but they were getting weird about it. I mean, one of them was literally just a picture of a woman wearing a jersey that says "throat goat." There's no joke there. It's just, look, I'm just advertising that I give good blowjobs. Like, come on now. All right,
and maybe she's just really good at swallowing whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever. Out of 45, I don't know. Some of them are good, but 28 is where I'm at.
I was thinking 33. 33.
Yeah.
33.
33. Okay,
33.
So what is wrong with you? All right,
speaking
of what is wrong with you, I have another one from Pleated Jeans. And this is 40 funniest comments left by top internet weirdos.
What constitutes that? Is there a list?
We're going to find... Well, yeah, this is the list.
Oh.
This is the list right here.
The list.
What are you talking about? This is a list.
But I mean the list of weirdos.
I think this might be it.
Okay.
I think this is their... You see, this is their... what do you call it? Their audition to be on the top internet weirdos. All right, number 1. Yeah, number 1 shows a picture. It's like a picture of a baby, but like kind of like one of those selfies where it's like you see the sky behind. And Marlene here says, "How did you add the clouds background?" Jesus.
Wait, huh?
Yeah, and then Delaney Hochstetter says, "That's the sky. We're outside."
There's an outside?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know what clouds are, but you don't know how you might be in an area where you can take pictures with clouds behind you. Like, what the?
I thought it was a Windows background.
Yeah. Number 2, Dan Carney says, "Just met the man who circumcised me in 1996, and he pretended not to remember me." And then McMuffin replies with, "The axe forgets, but the tree remembers."
Oh, Lord.
That's real. That's real. Number 3. God damn it. Number 3 shows a picture. You know those candles that you can get for birthday parties for kids that they have numbers?
Yeah.
That the candle is a number?
Yeah.
So it shows the 0 for, like, you know, if your kid turns 10. But this dumbass here says, "How do you turn 0? And
what?
Gift McCody says, "Neurologists would whistle like mechanics if they saw your brain." Hey, look at that. Look at it. Hooked them up to an EKG in there. Whoa.
Okay.
We got a fixer-upper here. Oh, no. This is from r/notinteresting. It says, from Bozio07 says, "I should probably change my PC's wallpaper now." And it's they Photoshop the Pope into 8 Mile like he's rapping with Eminem.
Okay.
Yeah. And then important, anybody says, LMAO, did one of them do something newsworthy?
What?
Bro. And then they reply to themselves, "Oh shit, just looked it up."
Ooh, yeah. Well.
God. Number 5, Dank Memes here post this meme where it shows 2 people hugging. It says, "Girls when they see depressed girl." And then a picture of a cat pointing and laughing. And it says, "Girls when they see depressed boy." And then Bart Osiko says, "That's because girls have real reasons to be depressed. Saturn was in the wrong place today compared to boys. Penis stuck on Pronkel's can."
Wrong.
Bravo, Bart Osaku. Bravo.
Oh my God.
Number 6, Shark Party here posts a picture of their cosplay as a Cammy from Street Fighter. from Street Fighter. It says short hair Cammy, and for some reason there's like heart icons, like kind of like where her underarm is for some reason, and then Corn Collective XX says we censoring armpits now, and then Cyber Baby says I'm guessing because there's weird people on Twitter, and then XX Corn Collective XX says yeah me uncensor them.
I like that.
I don't get the armpit thing. I really don't.
I guess that's where the real meat is. I don't know.
You know, I just made the confused Obama face, just so you know. All right,
you.
number 7. Habitman says, I'm 59 and I just found this amongst my mother's stuff. Oh, God. It's a book it's a book in a bookshelf, and it says, Is My Child Stupid? That's the name of the book, Is My Child Stupid?
I hope it's a serious book.
And then Rios 508 says, well, it took you 50 years to find it, so...
Oh, well, yeah.
Oh, my God. All right, number 8. Coaxed into every school romance manga recently. And then it shows like a guy and a girl. They're just stick figures, though. And the guy is labeled Blushing Nerd Reaction, and the girl is labeled Minor Cleavage. And then this amazing specimen writes, is the minor cleavage a minor amount of cleavage or cleavage of someone who is a minor? You know, you didn't have to ask that, first off.
Yes.
And secondly, because it's a high school romance manga, yes, of course, it's both of those things.
Yeah, the answer is yes.
Number 9, Angelic Guy says, my toddler is 3 years old and won't eat anything other than fine porterhouse steaks and sweet port wine.
What?
Oh, D-Pad Daddy's like, yeah, give me shoulders.
Yeah.
And then Milk 5 says, you need to discipline your child. Port is a horrible choice for the main course and wildly clashes with a rich Bernays.
Come on, the kid should know this by now.
And then Angelic Guy says, dude, he's 3. And then Bumble Spasm HDD says, and uncultured. Get a new child. See, I just gotta love that they both sides went hard with the joke.
I like that.
Yeah, like there's nothing serious happening here, and we're all going hard. Oh God, this one's an actual tweet from Oprah, who just a picture of her and Gail. My bestie Gail King went to space. There's a sentence I never thought I'd say. And then Malarkey says, if I slapped your book club sticker on a book called The Fucking Room, would you read it?
Fucking Room. Mm.
No, like read The Fucking Room. Because everybody, we're not happy with this stupid space thing. You know what I mean? Stop sending these stupid penises into space with celebrities in them. It's dumb. All right, number 11, Pirate Nation. Oh, I hate this so much. I hate this so much.
Oh, please go on.
No, you don't want me to go on. Trust me.
I do.
No, you really don't. I'm going to skip this one. I'm doing everybody a favor, and I'm skipping number 11 because it is going to make everybody angry.
The crowd wants it. Say it.
No. You have to trust my instincts on this. It will piss everybody off. It is already pissed me off. It will piss you off.
Please? Please?
No, it's also really inappropriate for Twitch. So.
Oh, well, say that at the beginning. Quit baiting us.
Considering all the things we've already said, that gives you a hint at how bad it is.
You should have led with that, man.
Well, you should trust my instincts.
Now I'm all worked up.
Well, I gave you blue balls. Number 12, let's see. Isa Mommy posts, fat girls who wear crop tops be looking like Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, come on.
Damn. Okay, well, Crybaby here replies, I would lose weight and look good in a crop top if I walked the distance between your eyebrows.
Oh,
fuck, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I mean, she deserved it, but goddamn.
That needed a little roasting.
Yeah, no, she absolutely opened herself up to it. Number 13, Metro here says, attempting to boost the vanity trip, she said in an interview, it's about making space for future women and taking up space and belonging. And, well, sorry to bring her back to Earth, but Katy Perry is not a trailblazing astronaut. She's a space tourist. Oh, yeah, because she was one of the women that went into space.
She's one of the
here comes the comment. Imagine marrying Russell Brand and that not even being the most embarrassing thing you've ever done.
Oof. Ooh, man. That's rough. That's rough.
That's fucked up. She's a horrible person, Katy Perry. I didn't know this until like kind of recently, but she's been doing some weird shit, like forcing their people off their land and shit. It's the wildest thing. Just look it up one day. I'm telling you, look up the Katy Perry law. They're trying to put like a law out to stop her from doing this shit.
What the hell?
Yeah.
She's just evicting people somehow?
Well, she's trying to. Okay, number 14 starts with something from r/confessions, where Slutty Trash 110 says, my mom hooks up with my friends. Oof. Here comes the comment. Hey, man, I'm sorry to hear. If you need a friend to talk to, I got you. Let it percolate. You'll get it eventually.
Yeah. I got it.
There it goes. All right, number 15.
I got it.
Dr. Eli David says, rest in peace, Pope Francis. Hope Vatican elects a non-woke pope. What the fuck?
Non-woke pope.
Well, it's like something I saw this morning that was like, there is a non-zero chance that we're going to hear the phrase DEI pope sometime this year.
Oh, come on. I'm sick of it.
I know, but I know. And then Josh Olson says, good point. If there's two things Jesus hated, it's inclusion and diversity.
Yeah.
All right. Number 16 shows up. Wow, okay. A woman took a picture of her hand, and it's just, she's got very long fingers. And it says, woman at work said, I have Smeagol hands. And then Rye Till I Die says, about to hand me a poison apple looking ass. Here you go, my pretty. Number 17, Doc McDabbin says requirements: master's degree, 5+ years of experience, 3 certifications, salary $10.75 an hour, benefits none.
Oh,
that was the reply to
to
the Washington Post. There were 7 million people unemployed and 6.2 million job openings. What's the problem? Well, Yeah.
You said it.
That's it, yeah. Number 18, Disturbed's David Draymond invites Green Day's Billy Joe Armstrong to talk after his pro-Palestine lyric change. And then, oh, God. And then this comment says, been a while since Howie Mandel and Ellen DeGeneres got together. This should be good.
Huh?
They're saying that the guy from Disturbed looks like Howie Mandel and that the guy from Green Day looks like Ellen. They're correct about one of those things.
I'm trying to remember what the dude from Disturbed. I know he's bald.
Yeah, well, yeah. He doesn't look like Howie Mandel, though. Number 19, The Guardian here says, more women may be psychopaths than previously thought, says expert. And then Bridget says, yes, I love to see women in male-dominated fields.
Yes, queen.
Perfect answer. All right, the internet weirdos are really doing a lot of God's work today, huh?
Yeah, so far it's good stuff.
Oh God, number 20, everybody's favorite. This is from Marjorie Taylor Greene. There's the greatest choice a woman can make is becoming a mother. And then Jason Selving says, say that again, but slowly. I'm not getting it. You didn't even call her like a dick or nothing. Oh, she is admitting that it's a choice.
Greatest decision.
Yeah.
Decision.
Well, yeah, but she's admitting that it is indeed a choice. Hey, Wayne.
Yes.
It took me a second for it to sink in. Number 21 it says, I'm not my parents' son anymore. I'm their daughter. Edit. Trans rights are human rights. And then here comes the comment. Thought they sold you for a second. Okay, that's good. That's funny. like, oh shit, you had me worried for a moment. Oh, you're coming out. That's great. I thought they sold you.
Yeah. Perfectly innocent joke.
Number 22. Let's see. This person's name is redacted. All the names in this one are redacted. There has never been another nation that has ever existed beyond 250 years. What? That's not true.
What?
Not a single one. America's 250th year is 2025. That's not accurate. The next 4 years are going to be pretty interesting considering everything that's already been said. And then here comes the reply. My local pub is older than your country.
Wow.
I feel like I need the Luke Skywalker clip. That's impressive. Every bit of that was wrong.
Every bit of that was wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 23 shows a picture of a. This is fun. So you know those cases that the Game Boy games came in, the little plastic shells.
Yeah.
The guy's got a condom in there. It says 29 little hacks that could save your life. And then Saffron Not So Joy says, "Is that a fucking Game Boy cartridge case?" And then here it comes from Pan Kakiki. "This is legit life hack because keeping a condom in your wallet is bad news. The friction from it being in your pocket or jostled around wears down the latex and can cause it to tear. If you keep one on you in a Game Boy cart case, that won't be an issue because no one will have sex with you." I knew that's where it was going.
The reason you keep a condom in your wallet is so that you can tell people, "Let me get my condom out of the way," while you reach for something else.
Nobody does that. Please tell me you don't do that.
No, but it'd be kind of funny.
It would be kind of funny, but we'd be laughing at
Excuse
you.
me
not
while I
with
get my
you.
condom out of the way because I
You know what?
have
No,
sex
you
with people.
now we need the clip from "It's Always Sunny" with Danny DeVito. "Oh, sorry, I dropped my Magnum condom that I use on my monster dong."
He does say dong.
Yeah, Frank Reynolds. That's exactly yeah. Number 24, October's very own says, "I stopped dating a girl because no woman in her family had a man." And then here comes the reply. "Bro saw the family tree and realized it was just a bush."
That's funny.
It's mildly funny,
Eh.
yeah. Shit. Number 25 says, "Men wear," wrong from wear, but $60 boxers for $3 worth of dick. And then Curtis H. Archie says, "Women wear," once again, it's WHERE for some reason.
What?
I don't know why. "Victoria's Secret panties for pussy that ain't no secret." And then James Asher says, "Half our property taxes go to education, and then people can't even spell wear right."
Somebody said it.
Thank you, James. Okay. Oh, no. So, number 28 shows a picture of, like, a pair of legs going up in the air. Spread-eagled. This is outside, and between them is that you can see the sun is there. And it says, "Who said the sun don't shine here?" And then the reply is, "Beware of the cave diver." Okay, that I don't get.
Hello.
I don't get that, yeah. Okay, number 27. Oh, God. So you know how they brought back the dire wolf, but not really?
Wait, it used to be a thing? I thought it was made up.
Oh, my God, you're worse than my mom. Yes, dire wolves are a real animal. They're extinct a long, long time ago.
They're just like real wolves, only more dire?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. So they claim to have, like, recreated the dire wolves, but it turns out all they really did was genetically edit some gray wolves. But it says, "This is our future," and it shows the 4 pictures: a dire wolf, a woolly mammoth, a dodo, and some kind of weird canine that I don't know. And here it comes. Here's the comment. "Imagine dodo KFC."
Oh.
KFD.
Why did the dodo die out? I guess sometimes it just happens, right?
They were hunted for their feathers for some reason.
Huh.
Yeah.
All right.
Number 28. Oh, this is Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz with a Bible quote: "He is not here, for he is risen." He must have posted that on Easter. Matthew 28:16. And then Mrs. Betty Bauer says, "He is not here, for he has flown to Cancun." Texans 2:17-21.
Texans.
No, he is never going to live that down, and rightfully so.
Like what was it like? He kept going there or something? Or
Yeah,
there was
yeah, he kept
something
taking.
happened and he flew?
Yeah, there was this really bad storm, and it was like Texas was like frozen over, like hell was frozen over, you know. And
wow.
And he's off in fucking Cancun.
Should have been there to help everybody.
Well,
that's the whole thing, right?
That would have been a human being thing. Number 29, this is from r/That's Insane, where Nowadays Wow says, "Australia's most sexually active woman, Annie Knight, announces engagement and a mission to have sex with 500 virgins." And,
virgins? Oh my.
Yeah. And, Velophile asks, "How do they verify they are virgins?" And here it comes. By looking at their Reddit post history. That'll do it.
Sigh.
Probably a Tasmanian wolf. You know what? I could I could put it on the screen and you can tell me if it's a Tasmanian wolf. Here it comes indeed. Yo, what up, Jocelyn Sauce? Here. I will... Why is it not showing? Oh, I see. Is that thing... Is this dude here a Tasmanian wolf?
Does it have any direness about it?
It's kind of cute. Well, it is. Okay, so that's a Tasmanian wolf. It's cute. Yeah, the dire, they're not like really dire wolves. Let's see. So number 30, fan here shows a picture of a woman, and it says, "Why is she sitting like that, applauding like it's golf? The girl next to her seems more excited." And then here comes, bro. Georgina has seen Cristiano Ronaldo naked. Nothing is more exciting than that.
It's all downhill. Everything else.
Okay. Can I ask an important question about Cristiano Ronaldo?
Yeah.
Why is he in Fatal Fury?
Isn't there another guy too?
A DJ, yeah.
Yeah, like when they could be taken up by two other spots by Fatal Fury characters.
Oh, look.
Don't get me going.
You know what? Look, they're giving us a full season of DLC for free, so I'm not going to complain.
Sure.
But why
you can still complain.
I'm not going to. Why is Ronaldo one of the characters? That's just like okay. And why is he so hype? That's the other question. The other dude kind of looks like Maximilian, so it kind of works for me.
Yeah. Okay.
Number 31, let's see. WCGW cutting off a trailer in a tight space, and a picture of said thing happened. And it's a person says, "I see two idiots in this video." And then, oh no. "Turn up your brightness to reduce the screen reflection."
What? Wait, what?
The person is saying, "I see two idiots in this video," and the other person is suggesting that their screen is so dark that they're seeing themselves.
Oh, I missed that part. I'm the dumb one, actually.
Number 32, Marissa Brim Walker says, "Does anybody know how to put the angel wings on a person that has passed?" And then Willie Gibson says, "Staple gun?"
Ooh.
I just want to point out that this was in a Facebook group called Photoshop Edits and Requests. That makes it even better, doesn't it?
Yeah, like whoa.
Now let me also tell you that the person who said staple gun definitely took this screenshot.
Oh?
Because there's a little thing that says your comment was removed from Photoshop Edits and Requests by an admin.
Oh. Awesome.
Yeah. So number 33 shows a picture of you remember that South Park where Stan's dad like shat out like the world's biggest turd?
Yeah, and he was like spiraling while it was going. Yeah.
Yeah, like that, but the one before that where it was just like a really big turd, it wasn't like that one.
Okay.
So just imagine that, because that's the picture. There's a turd of about that size actually laying across the toilet, so they weren't even trying to get it in the toilet. And it says tummy hurt, and then here comes the reply: "That thing needs a birth certificate."
That's pretty big.
Yeah, we're gonna name it Bono.
Yeah, exactly.
Number 34, Rich Maroney says, "Aw, is a poor little baby's need a fro a tantrum?"
Okay.
And then Patrick Maloney. I want to keep in mind the person is Rich Maroney, and this is Patrick Maloney. Rich Maroney, my God, moron is literally in your name. That's some next level irony.
Moroni, yeah.
Yep. Number 35, let's see. To be or not to be says, if his name starts with J, he's probably Satan. And then they get a reply from none other than Jesus Christ.
Ah!
I literally died for your sins.
How much more unsated can I be?
I know, right? Oh, boy. This person, whose name is redacted in a group called Netflix Bangers, asks, "Good horror movies with no sex?" And then this person says, "I can send you my wedding video." Damn, that's a boomer-ass joke right there.
Ooh.
Number 37, this person's name is Double Suck. I don't know why, but it is. It says, imagine shit in the 19th century. Oh my God, you'd spend 15 minutes unbuttoning 650 buttons only to get a cock that hasn't been washed since last week's river water bath.
I don't want to picture that.
Well, you're not really not going to like this reply where it shows a clip. Listen to me. An excerpt from a letter written by Napoleon to his wife in 1802. Will not be home in 3 days. Don't wash.
So he likes it. Oh.
I didn't know he was freaky like that. Oral wash your cock, indeed.
Wash your cock.
Number 3, he loves it, exactly. You don't like it, he loves it. Number 38, everything's redacted here. So let's see. I decided to wear a skirt today and literally had to dust cobwebs off it. Oof. Oh, no. I hope you're still talking about the skirt.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the original person just replies with, yeah, mate.
Yeah,
mate.
I was on that wavelength.
Yeah. Number 39, this is from r/memes. Ace Graming YT says, how old are you sexually?
Oh,
as a reply to a guy holding up a sign that says, add the word sexually to the end of a sentence. Let's see how weird this gets. And then here comes the reply. I'm sorry to hear about your father passing away. Is there anything I can do for you sexually? Yeah, nobody's going to top that. You win. You win. You win. Okay, this is from r/AskReddit. This is number 40, where No Internet 908 says, if you were in a room with all of your sexual partners, what would you say to them? Please disregard the goat at least until you hear the full story.
That's good.
I beg your fucking pardon, dude. You know, that is nasty. Y'all nasty. And out of 40, I'm going to give this like a 39 because this was some prime shit.
Mm-hmm. A lot of it was pretty good. Some
Yeah.
of it was so I'm going to give it a 35.
Yeah, that was some pretty prime shit. Hey there, Damien. How's it going? All right, let's head over to our submitted lists here. I do have stuff on my phone we can get to if we have time, but let's go to the yeah.
Alrighty.
By the way, did you see the taco discourse in my meme channel?
I did not. What about tacos? Of tacos?
So I was looking at some lists. I was sort of vetting some lists to do from Pleated Jeans before I decided on that one. And one of them was like food posts, but I decided not to do it because it was too many just images, you know.
Yeah.
But one was funny enough that I had to put it on the Discord. It's a picture of a bunch of like ingredients and stuff on a counter, and it says made yummy tacos tonight. It's an old family recipe, and it's showing a picture of all the things that they use. Right? You're with me so far, right?
Yeah.
So it's like the typical white people taco night, you know. But I noticed there's one ingredient that really doesn't belong because I'm looking at this. I'm like, okay, you know, you got all the usual stuff, and oh god, why are there raisins there, Chet?
What? Excuse me?
Excuse me? Baking soda?
Baking powder? Yeah.
Yeah.
I like raisins, but in a taco, get out.
Because they got like all the typical white people taco night things. You know, you get the beef and the hard shells from, you know, El Paso, and the lettuce and the olives and the spices and the cheese and the sour cream and the taco sauce. And then there's a box of raisins sitting there. And I just posted it. I said, when you see it, you'll shit bricks.
You'll shit raisins.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, we were. And I said, normally, I will defend white people tacos as valid and delicious in their own way, but that's just, you know, you went too far, Chet. You went too far, Chet.
Too far.
Calm your ass down with the raisins. Don't go in tacos. I'm sorry.
No.
Hey, W2, I felt my lips go slag going full. What? Like raisins? In a you know, it's like I saw something where somebody posted this delicious looking baked mac and cheese, and then somebody else says, yeah, I'll put some raisins in that, and it's a party.
What?
And I'm like, what is wrong with people? Why are they putting raisins in places where raisins definitely don't go?
Yeah, this is coming from a guy who genuinely likes raisins. Don't do that.
And I genuinely don't like raisins, but I can put myself in the thought of, okay, this is where raisins do go, and this is where they don't go. Mac and cheese is definitely where they don't go.
Yeah, like I would put raisins, like personally, in like a rice pudding. I think that's a good place to put raisins.
I wouldn't even eat rice pudding, but
all right, so that's two.
Yeah.
Well, two negatives maybe makes a positive.
Are they both so gross that they cancel each other? See, for rice pudding, it's definitely a texture thing for me.
Ooh, that's what I like.
No, I
Yeah.
can't. It's lumpy and no. I'm sorry, I
Lumpy.
cannot do it.
You're doing it wrong. You got to make it from scratch.
Wait, it's got rice in it. Are you telling me there's no lumps?
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like the puddingy part was too lumpy.
Oh, get the fuck out, bro. What the fuck is wrong with
Rice and lumps.
you? Oh, you made it worse somehow. Oh, God. All right. All right. Oh, we did that one. Okay, so here is one from Bort.
He's back.
And, yeah, Bort's back. And it's 10 hardest 3D platformers that I've played by a YouTuber that you might be familiar with. His name is Totally Tubular Jonathan.
Totally tubular, dude.
Totally tubular, Jonathan.
Now keep in mind that he's played.
Okay, so Moogle Master just said the wildest fucking thing. Says Totally Tubular Jonathan is the new Alex Shannon, and by that I mean lots of lists from him, even though Bort is posting them. The difference is, even though we make fun of Jonathan, we enjoy getting his lists.
They are entertaining.
Yes. Whereas Alex would be like, here are the 10 most boring things in Boring Town. And then we would try to slog through like half of it. I'd be falling asleep. Also, Alex is an asshole. And there's a reason we don't hear from him anymore, because he's a piece of shit.
Oh, well.
Nah, Slayer Darth was alright. He's just a weirdo, but he's alright. Okay, so this is the hardest 3D platformers that Totally Tubular Jonathan has played.
Okay.
Elise is not with us, but she is with us in spirit, and I just heard her groan. Number 10 is Banjo-Tooie, considered harder than Banjo-Kazooie due to larger levels, complex jiggy challenges, and grueling sections like Clinker Cavern and Racing Canary Mary.
I did find the second one harder than the first one. Still fun, though.
Yeah. Number 9 is Psychonauts. The Milkman conspiracy level presents confusing puzzles, while the Meat Circus is a sudden difficulty spike requiring precise platforming. Yeah, most people, usually this winds up on lists of like sudden difficulty spikes. So
I never
understand
actually finished it.
that.
I just never got around to finish it.
Yeah, I think I have the Steam version, and I was planning on playing it at some point. Number 8 is Bubsy 3D. Wait, was that difficult? I had difficulty looking at it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the whole thing is an eyesore.
Yeah, notoriously bad controls and poor design made this game unintentionally difficult with frustrating platforming and a terrible camera.
Not wrong.
You see, when you're talking about hard games, you kind of have to discount games that are so shitty that they're hard. You know,
Maybe this is just the one.
because it's not designed to be hard. Well, number 7 is Croc, Legend of the Gobos, features tank-like controls and unexpectedly tough platforming, especially in later levels. Yeah, that's... and I know that some people like this game, and it's not as bad as Bubsy, but it's kind of in that same category of...
Yeah,
Why is it tank controls? Are we playing Tomb Raider?
No. I mean, I thought it was a fine rental.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to spend $60 on it, though.
No.
Number 6 is Donkey Kong 64. The minigames and collectible-heavy progression make it infamously frustrating, with some sections requiring trial and error. There were a couple of those minigames that were unusually tough.
For me, the difficulty was keeping my attention because, goddamn, I got bored of collecting shit.
It is tedious, but here,
Oh.
but there were. I do remember this one part with the little one, Tiny Kong, that I just got stuck on for a really long time. But yeah, number 6. Oh, the entirety of the Tomb Raider series. The first 3 games are notorious for precise platforming, obscure puzzles, and limited saves, making them incredibly punishing. So he says Tomb Raider series on PS1. And then makes reference to 3 games. You do know there's 4 of them on PS1, Jonathan, right?
Yes.
Yeah. You should actually. Isn't there 5?
Oh God, I don't know
I
that
think
much
there's
about the
5.
series.
Yeah, because there's
And
one. No, there's 5. Because there's 1, 2, 3, Last Revelation, and then like Lara Croft Chronicles or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, and Damien says they love some DK. Me too, except for 64. That's my one exception. Just because it's so damn tedious.
I like it. It's just it takes a very long time, and it is a bit of a slog.
You go
I
back
will
to the
say,
same levels multiple times.
if you look at the Switch 2 the release thing where they showed all these games, I would say the new Donkey Kong game looked kind of dope, though, don't it?
It does. Bonanza, yeah.
Yeah, that looks really hot. But it was funny. The one thing that I was focused on was, okay, they showed like 30 seconds of the East 10 remake, and yes, East 10, the new one, the game I just beat yesterday, it's already getting a remake. And we confirmed from looking at, because we were confused, like, is Proud Nordics going to be a remake? Is it going to be an enhanced port? What is going on? And I looked at it, I'm like, no, this is a remake. You could tell just from looking at it, like different graphics and everything. All right. Okay. Number 4 is Conker's Bad Fur Day. Certain sections like underwater levels, lava hoverboard races, and war zones are unexpectedly difficult in an otherwise comedic game.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was fine.
Do you know things? Wait, hold on. Do you know things can be funny and hard, right?
Yeah.
Like he's saying, oh well, in an otherwise comedic game, but these parts are hard. I guess that's a strange thing to say. Number 3 is
just the way he worded it. That's all.
Yeah. Super Mario Sunshine. Many shine sprites are brutally difficult, especially the floodless platforming sections, Chuckster Challenge, and Sandbird level. Okay, the bird thing kind of sucked. Yeah.
Agreed. You know what? Yeah.
Yeah. Number 2, the Crash Bandicoot series, known for punishing platforming, no mercy checkpoints, and constant trial and error, with Crash 1 and Crash 4 being the hardest entries.
I don't know. I didn't think they were that hard. Like they were difficult.
I don't think they're harder than Mario Sunshine, or you know what I mean. Well, maybe they are a little harder than Mario. Definitely not harder than some of these other ones, though. I don't know. This list is whack.
Those strictly platforming sections in Mario Sunshine, they get pretty hard.
Yeah, but they were fun hard. Yeah, I don't know. It was like
they're fair.
Yeah. And number 1 is Jak 2, the most difficult game on the list, featured inconsistent difficulty spikes, unfair enemy spawns, brutal racing missions, and tight time limits. Yo, those racing sections sucked.
I never played the Jak series, so I don't know.
Oh my god, just play the first one. Just play the first one. Jak and Daxter was fine. Jak 2 is just like, now we're dark and edgy.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a totally Tubular Jonathan list, all right. I feel like I don't know, I feel like the order of it is weird. Like Psychonauts is definitely tougher than most of these games.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. 5 out of 10.
I'll give it a 6,
5.
actually.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. 5, 6, whatever the fuck, right? Here's one from Bort. It's the 20 hardest PlayStation 2 games that I've played by Totally Tubular Jonathan.
Here we go again.
All right, so number 20? That's got to be a typo. Oh? It's number 10. Kingdom Hearts 1 is deceptively hard. The clunky combat, poor camera angles, and challenging bosses make this Disney RPG harder than expected.
I thought the second one was harder.
The second one was designed to be hard. The first one just kind of clunky.
I don't know. I think the first one's fine. Fine difficulty.
Number 19, Grand Theft Auto 3's brutal missions. Harsh enemy AI, punishing gunplay, and strict mission timers contribute to its difficulty.
I thought it was hard when I first played it, but then once I kind of got a feel for how the game wants me to play, then I was like, okay, I can keep doing this.
I never wanted to. I couldn't get a hang on the controls, and I just thought it was boring.
Well, not for everybody.
Number 18, Crash Bandicoot Wrath of Cortex challenges. Precise platforming, stingy checkpoints, and frustrating vehicle levels test players' patience. Sure. I've never played it. I have no idea.
Which one was that?
It's one of the ones on PS2. I don't know. It's Wrath of Cortex. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not as familiar with the PS2 ones.
Number 17, the original Yakuza's combat woes. Clunky fighting mechanics, awkward directional changes, and punishing enemies make it a tough brawler.
I'll take his word for it. I've never played a Yakuza game.
Yeah, you're supposed to kind of play them like an RPG, though, so, just fucking go level up, dude. I mean...
Level up?
Yeah. Number 16, Need for Speed Underground 1 and 2's insane AI. Rubber banding AI and lengthy races create a grueling difficulty curve. Yeah, with Need for Speed, all those games, you just had to get the right cars for each situation. That's really all it came down to.
Get the Diablo, and just go to town.
Yeah, just done. Number 15, Mafia 1's infamous race and combat. Clunky mechanics, strict Isn't this the same thing he said about fucking a different game? Clunky mechanics, strict checkpoints, and the brutally difficult racing mission make it a nightmare. I never played Mafia, so...
Me neither, but did he say that about Grand Theft Auto 3?
It was pretty similar. It was like almost word for word, but that was from a different list.
Oh no, is this an AI list?
Oh no, tootly tubular GBT. Number 14, Beautiful Joe, really? Classic beat 'em up with demanding reflex-based combat and ruthless boss fights. Oh, you're playing it wrong, aren't you?
I found some parts of it pretty difficult, but
but he's playing it like it's a beat 'em up.
No. Oh, honey.
Yeah, you're doing it wrong. If you think Beautiful Joe is a beat 'em up, it is not.
You do beat things up.
Yeah,
but
it is a puzzle platformer where the enemies are the puzzles.
When do you use this? When do you use that ability? Yeah.
Okay, number 13, Midnight Club 2's Merciless Races. AI opponents never let up, requiring near-perfect execution at every race. Okay, I haven't played this, but I'm getting the feeling, not only from this list, but from the previous one, that Totally Tubular Jonathan is bad at racing games.
I might feel that too, because
there's a common thread going on here, you know?
And I can feel it because I've never been good at racing games.
Number 12, Resident Evil Code Veronica X's survival horror. Tough bosses, limited ammo, and confusing puzzles make it one of the hardest Oh, so it's Resident Evil. Gotcha. Cool. All right.
Yeah, I had this for Dreamcast, and it was one of my favorites on Dreamcast. It was great.
When I was playing through the Devil May Cry series, I get to like 4, and I'm about to start 4, and EB said to me, "Yeah, people don't like this one as much as 3," and I'm like, "Well, what don't they like about it?" And they're like, "Well, you know, you revisit a lot of areas," and I'm like, "So it's Devil May Cry." Gotcha. Like, come on.
Come on.
I liked 4. It wasn't as good as 3, but I liked it a lot. Okay, where were we? Resident Evil. Number 11, Persona 3's brutal RPG mechanics. Uncontrollable teammates, instant party wipes, and long dungeon grinds create a daunting challenge. What's funny is that one was the easy one compared to the first 2. They keep making the Persona games easier because they want more people to play them, but it started off pretty fucking brutal. Number 10.
I've never played any of them, but I'll take your word for it.
Number 10, Twisted Metal Black's Ruthless Combat. AI gangs up on players, giant maps make survival tough, and bosses are relentless. Yeah, Alice is like, what? Persona 3 is easy. What are you talking about? It's another car game. You notice it's like just stop playing car games, dude.
Jumping into your TVs or whatever the hell it is.
Oh, speaking of which, Alice is the same exact situation as the next one. Number 9, Shin Megami Tensei 3's punishing RPG elements. Matador boss fight, insane encounter rate, and brutal enemy AI define this classic RPG's difficulty. Yeah, try playing 1 or 2.
Yeah, I wonder if he's a Megaten fan.
I don't think he is based on this. Number 8 is Devil May Cry 1's intense action. Both entries feature relentless enemies, tough bosses, and punishing combat. Both, really? Are you sure? Because there's 3 of them on PlayStation.
Yeah.
Maybe he's talking about 1 and 3. Devil May Cry 1 isn't hard because it's hard. It's hard because it's bad. I said it. I said what I said.
That's the only one I've ever played.
It's so bad. It's so bad. I don't know how people got so attached to it. And I'm so glad that it got sequels. Because it's, it improved from there. 2 is kind of like really easy. So I'm thinking that 3...
Maybe I can get into that one a little more.
Yeah, but it's boring. It's boring. I had a good time with it because I was like, thank God I'm not playing 1 anymore. But when I started playing 3, I was like, no, this is the good shit right here. This is what I've been waiting for. But 3 is fucked up. What you got to do is you got to just like keep dying, and eventually it'll unlock easy mode, and that's what you want to play. And the reason you want to play easy mode is because for some reason, see, when they released it in Japan, there was a normal mode and there was a hard mode. And to get to the hard mode, you had to beat the game. And you unlock the hard mode. But for some reason, for the American release, they made the hard mode the regular mode. and they made the normal mode an easy mode that you unlocked by dying enough times. So if you play 3, and I do recommend you play 3, just start with that one. It's a prequel anyway, so what the fuck.
Okay.
Just die right away. Don't even get through the level. Just die enough times until it because the thing is, like, once you unlock easy mode, you do have to start it over. You can't just switch over to easy.
Oh, bummer.
Yeah, but it's so worth it though to play it on the what I would call the normal mode, the original Japanese difficulty. Very good game. And then
I like the universe of Mega Man 2.
Okay, I don't know what that has to do with anything, but okay.
Well, I mean, there was only one difficulty in Japan.
They added the easy mode. Yeah,
that's our hard mode.
Yeah, but okay, yeah, it's kind of like that, but opposite.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, you just said something like, I like the universe of Mega Man 2. No,
it's like the inverse of Mega Man 2.
It sounded like you said universe. That's why I was like confused, because like, why the fuck would you say that?
Universe.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck would you say that for?
Pay attention.
Number 7 is Jak 2. We already heard his comments on that on the other list. Number 6, Manhunt's hardcore stealth and combat, aggressive AI, brutal. You know what? I think we could skip the explanations unless they're needed. Number 5 is God Hand, which that game is kind of stupid.
I wanted to play it, but I just never got around to it.
Number 4. Well, okay, this makes no sense because so number 8 he says Devil May Cry 1, but then he says both entries.
Okay.
And I assumed because 2 you could just kind of hold down the gun button and win, that he was talking about 1 and 3, but then number 4 is Devil May Cry 3.
They'd say 3 is one of the hardest ones. That's what I hear.
Yeah, because you're fucking on the hardest difficulty right away.
Yeah.
Number 3 is Maximo Ghost to Glory and Maximo Army of Zen.
Oh, they made 2 of them? I only knew about
you
the
didn't
one.
know about? Oh, yeah, the second one's probably a little bit better, I would say, but they're both good games.
It's still like the Ghosts and Goblins kind of thing?
Oh, yeah, although the second one gives it more of its own identity.
Okay.
Number 2 is Shinobi, and then number 1 is Contra Shattered Soldier.
Oh, I've never played a 3D Contra. I've just played the side.
Shattered Soldier is 2D.
It is?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit. Well, maybe I should play that one.
Yeah, the 3D ones were like on the first PlayStation, and they were bad.
Yeah.
They were bad. Out of 20, no, like how? No, man, like really, like Persona 3, really? The Devil May Cry thing was confusing. I'm gonna give you a 7 out of 20, dude.
You know what?
Yeah.
Going a little rogue here. I'm gonna give it a 20. Listen, because they're hard to him.
All right. Okay. So
I want to give.
Hold on.
Totally Tubular Jonathan the Totally Tubular Shadow of a Doubt.
Let me ask you a question. What is a game that you would consider to be like super fucking easy?
Mickey Mousecapade.
So if somebody was like, dude, that Mickey Mousecapade is fucking impossible. How do you fucking play that shit? It's just so brutal. Wouldn't you think that's kind of a skill issue?
Kinda, yeah, but
that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
I just want to.
I agree with Alice here. Skill issue out of 20. All right. Well, here's another one from Totally Tubular Jonathan, and he has ranked all of the Rareware N64 games from worst to best.
Or from least best.
Well, this was a period where they were kind of on fire, right?
Yeah.
All right. So there were 11 of them, and ranked last, and this is no surprise, Mickey Speedway USA. I'm not going to read his description because fuck him, but it's fine. There's nothing.
It's a racer and it exists.
Here's the thing: racing games were kind of a dime a dozen on the N64.
Yeah.
So you had to be really, you had to really stand out, and Mickey Speedway USA being just kind of okay. That's why it's at the bottom of this. Yeah. Oh no, you wrong for this. Number 10's Jet Force Gemini.
I didn't even think much of it, honestly.
I don't know, man. That's
I gotta hear what comes next to properly figure it out.
Killer Instinct Gold.
I do think that's better than Jet Force Gemini.
I mean, I did play a lot of it, but it's kind of a. I mean, it's a good enough port of Killer Instinct 2, I guess. It's just, I don't know.
That's good enough.
Then Donkey Kong 64 is after that.
It is a well-made game. Yeah. It's just not for me.
Here's where it gets weird. I want to keep you in mind, this is number 7. He's put GoldenEye at number 7.
Ooh. There's 6 more that are better than GoldenEye. GoldenEye's great.
I would agree with some of these, but not all of them.
Yeah, let's see.
Especially not this next one. I like this game, but it's not better than GoldenEye. Number 6 is Blast Corps. Blast Corps, it's fun. It's a blast, but it's really just like basically an arcade game. It's
just blow or get shit out of the way. But it's not better than GoldenEye. It's fun, but it's not better than GoldenEye.
No. Number 5 is Perfect Dark, which I love that game. That's great.
I think it is definitely better.
It is definitely better. Yes.
Played.
But here's the thing: Perfect Dark for me would be like number 3, not number 5.
Okay.
Number 4 is Conker's Bad Fur Day. Yeah, it's a good one.
It's good.
And then we get.
Would I like it more than Perfect Dark? I don't know.
Okay. I have complicated feelings about Diddy Kong Racing, and that's number 3. I honestly don't think this one's that good.
Ooh, there's a lot of people that would disagree with you.
There's a lot of people that can kiss my fucking ass. But here's the thing. There's nothing wrong with like each individual race.
Right.
But trying to play through the ridiculous fucking campaign mode that they put in there.
Oh, with the big elephant thing?
Yeah, with the weird bosses and just having to do the races.
Not the elephant. What the hell am I talking
there
about?
was an elephant, though.
There was an elephant, but I'm thinking of the pig man.
Yeah, the Whiz Pig.
Whiz Pig.
That's what he was called, the Whiz Pig.
There's a Less Than Jake song called Whiz Pig.
I don't think that's spelled the same. Yeah, Diddy Kong Racing is repetitive as fuck.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I played it.
Number 2 is Banjo-Tooie. So by process of you know that Banjo-Kazooie is number 1.
Right.
Is Banjo-Tooie better or is Banjo-Kazooie better?
For me, I would have more fun with the original just because I was introduced to it.
I don't know. I know the first one a lot better. I've never actually played through the entirety of Banjo-Tooie.
Me neither.
So there you go.
But I have played it a bunch.
Okay, we're gonna take out of 11. I do appreciate the difficulty of putting these games in any kind of order that makes sense to everybody.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it a 7 out of 11. Just a big old 7-11. Pick me up a fucking big gulp while you're there.
That's what I pick. 7-11.
There you go. Lucky 7s. All right. We get a break here from Jonathan here. Because the next one is video game spin-offs that became more popular than the original by a YouTuber by the name of Rocket Sloth.
I think I've heard of Rocket Sloth.
I've definitely heard of Rocket Sloth. Just off the top of your head, can you think of it like a spin-off that, in your opinion, eclipsed the original video game wise?
There's easily some that that are very open. I mean, I just can't think. I'm being put on the spot. So
let me say, because I have an answer. Because the one that comes to mind immediately is Trails in the Sky, which is sort of a spin-off of a spin-off of a spin-off. And, I mean, Trails in the Sky being a spin-off of...
Trails in the Sky?
Yeah, it's a spin-off of Legend of Heroes, which is a spin-off of, like, Dragon Slayer, and I think there's another thing in there as well, so that I missed, but...
Nihon Falcom.
Yeah, Falcom, indeed. All right, well, number 1, we're starting with number 1, I guess, is Apex Legend, which is a spin-off of Titanfall. I didn't know that Apex Legends had anything to do with Titanfall.
Me neither. No idea.
Yeah, Alice gives the perfect example of Wells' Persona.
There we go.
Yeah.
Shoot off of Megami Tensei.
Number 2 is Mario Kart. I mean, honestly, that should be number 1, because who the fuck cares about Titanfall? But Mario Kart...
a spin-off of what? Super Mario Brothers?
Yeah, exactly.
Does that count? Yeah.
Of course it counts. Of course it counts.
Yeah, I guess so.
Especially that it's its own series, you know what I mean? And also, it's the top-selling like video game series that Nintendo has. Like it sells more than the regular Mario games. It sells more than Zelda. It sells more than Pokemon. So
yeah,
there's a reason. There's a reason the last couple of systems are launching with Mario Karts. You know.
I do miss playing them. I hope to play them again someday.
Number 3 is The Sims, of course, being a spin-off of SimCity.
SimCity.
Yeah, there you go. Number 4 is Persona. Of course, we know that's a spin-off of Shin Megami Tensei.
Yep, there you go.
This is an interesting one. Number 5 is Nier Automata, which is a spin-off of Drakengard, which nobody fucking remembers Drakengard, but
I mean, I remember it, but
Drakengard was this very strange deconstruction of a Masuo game that had all these weird endings, and then what he did with this is that there were a whole bunch of spin-offs that were series that were each based off of the different endings of Drakengard.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. SimCity really declined as a series. It sure as hell did. Number 4 is Hyrule Warriors, which, I guess we can call this a series now because it is getting...
It's like a spin-off of 2 at once.
Yeah, because it's Dynasty Warriors and The Legend of Zelda. Although there are a lot of these now because you got Dragon Quest Heroes and you got Hyrule Warriors and there's a few others that are like Dynasty. And you know what's weird though is that Dynasty Warriors started as a fucking fighting game.
Yeah, the very first one I remember playing it.
It was a fighting game, and then they was like, this ain't working. Let's try something else, and they made it.
Kill
Masuo.
Thousands of enemies in one swipe.
That's the Masuo genre. I thought for a while I didn't like these games because I played Hyrule Warriors, and I thought it was whack as shit, to be honest.
Aw, bummer. Oh,
I thought this is going to be fun. I like Zelda. It's got a lot of cool characters. I can just kill a whole bunch of enemies and just have fun, ripping through it. And then it was like, hello, let me introduce you to really strict time limits. And I'm just like, damn, why do they got to do this shit to me? And it's like, here, get to this point on the map and kill like 200 enemies in 19 seconds or you lose. And then I run over and I do that real fast. And I'm like, damn, I don't even get time to like, do cool combos and everything. I got to do this real fucking fast. And then it's like, now you got to go and take this other part in like, 23 seconds or you lose. And it's like, the enemies retook that first position. You got to run back. And it's like, I am not having fun. So I thought, wow, these Dynasty Warriors type games are just not for me. But then I tried out Dragon Quest Heroes, which is the same fucking thing. And it didn't do that.
Oh.
There are no time limits. There are a few annoying parts that are like, don't let this thing break. And the enemies care way more about breaking the thing than fighting you. But,
let's be serious. It's also part of your favorite series.
Yeah, so was fucking Hyrule Warriors. I like Zelda, really. So I was shocked that they're so different from each other. Because you could take your time. Like I said, there were a few fucking annoying parts where it was like, don't let this statue break. And I'm like, why can't I just fight monsters? But it wasn't that bad,
I just want to do the thing.
Exactly.
Let me do the thing that I want to do.
Keep in mind, I have not played Dragon Quest Heroes 2, so I don't know if that one's crazy stupid. But I like the first one. Number 7 is Team Fortress, which is, believe it or not, is a spinoff of Quake, of all things.
Shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah, because the original Team Fortress was a Quake mod.
Team Fortress 2 really had a thing for hats?
Yeah. It became a meme, and then they started leaning into it. Number 8 is Counter-Strike, which is technically it's a spin-off of Half-Life, because the original Counter-Strike was a Half-Life mod.
Yeah, weren't there a couple of games that came off of Half-Life?
No, Mogul, you're thinking of Counter-Strike. Now, Team Fortress 2 was Quake. Number 9 is Metroid Prime. We'll get that fourth game fucking eventually, huh?
Sometime this...
No, sometime before the heat death of the universe. Number 10 is World of Warcraft, which is, of course, a spinoff of Warcraft.
Get out of here.
Yeah. Number 10 is Dota, which Dota is a spinoff.
Defenders of the Ancients.
Yeah, it's a spinoff of Warcraft.
I never even played that game, and I know that for some reason. Useless information.
Yep. We really consider... Okay, number 12, they're saying Super Mario being a spinoff of Donkey Kong.
Okay.
That's
okay. I mean, they're not wrong if you think about it.
It's like, you're technically correct. The best kind of correct.
That's the best kind. Yeah, exactly.
How many of these are there? Damn, let me look. Oh my god, there's 26 of these. Okay. Number 13 is Phantasy Star Online, which is a spin-off of Phantasy Star. I find it to be unfortunate that nobody remembers the original Phantasy Star games now.
The only one I've ever played and beaten is the original. That's it.
Oh, okay. 4 is really, really good, too. You should play that one. Well, 3...
Yeah, the end of the millennium or something?
That game's awesome.
Yeah.
Number 14 is Forza Horizon, which is a spin-off of Forza Motorsport.
Vroom, vroom.
Yeah. Like, hey, what if Vroom Vroom but an open world?
Ooh.
Yeah. Number 15 is Pokemon Go, of course being a spin-off of the Pokemon series.
Pokemon Go to the polls.
Oh, I can't believe you made that reference.
Hey, I'll be going to the polls this Monday.
Good for you. Number 16 is Rabbids, which is a spin-off of Rayman. And that really has eclipsed Rayman. And they still occasionally put out a Rayman game, but...
Sometimes.
Yeah. Well, Rayman didn't make it into Smash Brothers, but the Rabbids got to team up with Mario game. 2 of them, I think.
2 of them, yeah.
Oh, wow, we're digging deep on this one. Number 17 is Bloons TD, which is a spin-off of Bloons. And everybody knows Bloons TD. It's this game you might have played on your phone or in a browser or whatever, and now they're on Steam. But yeah, there was originally just a, here, pop these balloons with these darts game called Bloons. It wasn't.
What's the TD?
Tower defense.
Oh, I was saying like tons of darts.
Number 18 is Xenoblade Chronicles. Okay, so they're saying it's a spin-off of Xenogears. It's really more of a reimagining of the concept of Xenogears. Or at least that's what I would have said a week ago.
Oh.
So I got to a part in Xenoblade Chronicles 2 where they showed something and I was like, that's the Xenogears. Like,
oh, cool.
They leaned into it. And not to mention that, like, Cosmos is in Xenoblade Chronicles 2, so that ties it into Xenosaga as well.
Oh my god, the Xenoverse is... So, wait, isn't that a game?
Yeah, Xenoverse, that's not related to these, though.
No, but...
That's a fighting game. That's Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse.
Yeah.
But yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles, I really love this series. And it's funny because I really did not love Xenogears, and I only kind of liked Xenosaga, so... number 19 is Unreal Tournament, which is a spin-off of this game called Unreal. Yeah, it was a game before it was an engine. And it was kind of a boring game, so that's why nobody remembers it.
Yeah, that's the weird thing. I never played Unreal, but I tried Unreal Tournament.
Mm-hmm. That's most people. Number 20 is Dark Souls. They're saying it's a spin-off of Demon's Souls. It's more of a spiritual sequel.
It's just I would call that a spiritual.
They didn't have the rights to Demon's Souls anymore, so they had to call it something else because it's like a Sony thing.
And now they can just call it a Souls game, a Soulsverse or whatever.
Number 21 is Call of Duty Modern Warfare, being a spin-off of Call of Duty.
Right.
So there you go.
It is its own series at this point.
Number 22 is Halo Combat Evolved, which is they're claiming is a spin-off of Marathon. It's not. It's a spiritual sequel. It's once again they couldn't do another Marathon because Apple owns that. So, yeah. They created something new. Number 23 is Grand Theft Auto 3. What? And they're saying it's a spin-off of Grand Theft Auto. No, it's a sequel. It's got a 3 in the title.
Yeah, you doy.
Just because it went to 3D doesn't make it something different. That's like saying Mario 64 is a spin-off of Super Mario World. Like, how is this getting... Wait, how is this...
the next game in that series.
How is Final Fantasy VII a spin-off of Final Fantasy? Like, what is going on here?
It's a spin-off of Final Fantasy IV.
How is it that this... and Alice brings a point. GTA 3, you could even play it in that top-down mode. This list started off so strong, and now it's gone to shit. This should have been like top 15. Number 24 is Fortnite, which is not a spin-off. They're saying it's a spin-off of Save the World. No, and I hate
what that is.
I hate that I know this, but there are two modes in Fortnite. One is called Save the World, and the other is called something else. And
Battle Arena or something like that?
Yeah, something like that. And everybody forgot about Save the World after the other one came out. So that's not a spinoff. That's just one game. A single game, not even a series, that has two ways of playing it.
This isn't even stretching the definition. This is just wrong.
Yeah. Number 25 is PlayerUnknown's Battleground and DayZ. They're claiming they're spinoffs of Arma. Look, I don't know anything about this, so I don't know if that's true, but I'm starting to doubt everything they're saying at this point.
For the record, I'm Arma, okay?
That's true. You are Arma. And finally, number 26 is Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, being a spinoff of Metal Gear.
I love the name. I always have.
It's a funny name. Yeah, it got weird. I'm gonna give it a 15 out of 26 because it should have been a top 15.
Been top 15.
Yeah. It got weird after a while. It's like they ran out of steam, but they decided to keep going.
I like that idea. I'll go with 15 as well. I know it's a copycat, but it's a good idea.
And by the way, Pokemon Go didn't exactly eclipse Pokemon.
No, Pokemon itself.
I forgot to say that.
I
forgot to say that. But yeah,
kind of a big deal.
Because Neth said it in the List Critics channel, and I was like, oh yeah, I should say that because I do agree with that. Here's a list from Triple Jump. We like their lists.
Yes.
10 weirdest things ever built in Minecraft. All right, now look. If you want to if you want to come at me with like most impressive things or something like that, or biggest, you gonna tell me you're getting weird with it? Now I'm really here for it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see how weird. Number 10 is map art. Okay, I'm going to have to actually read this to see what the fuck they're talking about. Players manipulate Minecraft's map mechanics to create detail. Oh, so this is like where you create a map, but then when you look at it from like a bird's eye view, it's like a titties or something.
Oh, okay. So when you see it from high above, you're like, oh, it looks like a thing.
Yeah, exactly. That's. No, I didn't see the Minecraft movie, nor do I really want to be honest with you.
Jack Black just Jack Blacking his way through the whole thing.
I'm honestly tired of Jack Black. Like, could we just give it a rest at this? He's becoming like the next Chris Pratt to me. Like, I'm just like, this fucking guy again.
Yeah, just prattling on.
He's blacking off. Number 9 is other games. So they're just pointing out how people will, of course, recreate things from other games, like Peach's Castle, the Imperial City from Oblivion.
Okay. Wow, like that'd be impressive.
Yeah. Well, it is, yeah. Number 8 is a working Pokemon Red. So
what?
A player named Mr. Squishy, fantastic name, created a fully functional version of Pokemon Red inside of Minecraft using command blocks. It's a game within a game, complete with a recreated Game Boy and a Pokemon arena. The dedication and technical skill are mind-blowing. Yeah, I mean, there's already Pixelmon, so that kind of makes sense.
What's Pixelmon?
Pixelmon is a mod for Minecraft that makes it a Pokemon game.
That's wild. Way to go, people.
But actually recreating Pokemon Red, like basically like remaking it in Minecraft, that's actually kind of fucking cool. It is weird. It is weird. It's sort of like, running Doom on a pregnancy test, which yes did happen. Number 7, an MMORPG. Windcraft is a fully functional MMORPG built in Minecraft, complete with quests, classes, guilds, and dungeons.
Wow. God.
That is
very inventive.
I don't think it's that weird. I would expect people to do that though. It's impressive though.
Most impressive.
Yeah. Number 7, working bomber planes. Players have built massive functional bomber planes that drop TNT, turning their worlds into explosive wastelands. These planes are both terrifying and impressive, showcasing the destructive creativity of Minecraft players. So, do they have to, I don't know, like invent flight? Like, I didn't think you could fly in Minecraft, so how do they... I need to know how that works.
Yeah, maybe just the blocks that they use. They can do all kinds of things.
I guess, yeah. Number 5 is a Mobius strip. That's pretty crazy. That's crazy.
The real deal.
Yeah. Number 4 is an optical illusion roller coaster. Honestly, just the thought that you could make a roller coaster is already kind of crazy.
I do like the concept of optical illusion one, though.
It says it's got repeating patterns, spirals, and psychedelic colors.
Oh my.
Sounds fun. Number 3, a giant chicken farm. Okay, now we're getting weird with it. Now we're finally getting really weird. A massive dystopian chicken farm that processes chickens into eggs, feathers, and cooked meat at an industrial scale. It is both ingenious and slightly horrifying, turning a simple farm into a factory of endless resources. Dude.
I mean, hey, in these tough times.
You got weird with it. Number 2, speaking of getting weird with it, a giant pooping butt.
Yes! Just what we needed. Finally.
A colossal...
finally.
Listen to this. A colossal pair of buttocks that looms over a village and poops on it, creating a chaotic and absurd scene. It is the epitome of Minecraft's bizarre humor, combining creativity with sheer ridiculousness. See, now, I might see the movie if there was a giant butt that pooped on Jack Black every 14 minutes.
The real shit joke.
Yeah. And number 1, the Earth.
Get out.
Yeah. The Build the Earth project aims to recreate the entire planet in Minecraft on a 1-to-1 scale using Google Maps and geological data. It's weird that you would try this because who the fuck has time to do that?
That would take, they'd probably still be on it if they started when Minecraft started.
I was going to go on and say something like we're just going to create a second Earth that sucks worse, or maybe it would suck less? I'm not sure. I think that some of these are more impressive than weird, but I'm not going to get too hung up on the name because this was really interesting. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10, just what I was going to give it, sir.
Okay. So here's one from a YouTuber named Fantasy Kingdom. It's the top 10 best mascots in JRPGs.
Mascots, all right.
Yeah. So number 10 is Mishy the Cat, who appears in just like a whole bunch of fucking Falcom games. So there you go.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, he's known for being in Legend of Heroes, but like he popped up in a kind of a cameo in a couple of the East games as well. So number 10 are the Punies from Atelier. I thought that was Paper Mario there. Okay, I don't know what the Punies from Atelier are like. I know the Punies from Paper Mario. Number 8 is the Nopon from Xenoblade Chronicles. Nopon number 1.
Oh, all right.
Have you never played Xenoblade?
No, there's too many graphics going on for me to play.
Yeah, that's understandable. Well, do you know the character Shulk in Smash Brothers?
Yes,
right?
I do.
When he does his, at least in the Wii U when he does his Ultimate Smash, the two characters that appear are Ricky and Dunman. The little guy Ricky, he's a Nopon. They're like these little puffball guys.
A little poofball.
Yeah. Number 7 is Agumon from the Digimon series. Just don't let him digivolve into poop.
What?
Which is a real thing, apparently.
Oh.
No, he does. I thought it was a joke from Dorkly, but he does digivolve into poop. Number 6 are the Prinnies from the Disgaea series, which I have not played, so I can't comment.
They like to say "dude" all the time.
Oh, okay. Number 5 is dude. That sounds annoying. Jack Frost from the Shin Megami Tensei and Persona series. Little dude even had his own Virtual Boy game. So.
Oh no.
it's a demon from Shin Megami Tensei that also wound up being a Persona. It's like a Halloween themed little pumpkin head guy, and then
the Jack Brothers.
Yeah, and Jack Brothers is a thing. Yeah. Number 4 is the Monokuma from Danganronpa.
Is that the bear?
Yeah, the teddy bear guy. Yeah.
It looks cool. I never played the games, but it looks cool.
Yeah. Number 3 are the Chocobos from Final Fantasy. Yeah.
Work.
Kind of surprised the Moogles didn't make this list, and I know our very own master of Moogles is probably thinking like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, I better see Moogles. Sorry, man.
Yeah, no Moogles. Chocobo only. I would say that the Moogles are more of a mascot than the Chocobos, to be honest with you.
Yeah, Chocobos are just things you ride.
Giant fucking birds. Number 2 are the Slimes from Dragon Quest. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, the slime in Japan is like Mickey Mouse here, you know?
Oh, shit, really?
Oh, yeah, big time.
That's kind of big.
Yeah, it is not just kind of big. I mean, it's really big. And number 1, no surprise, it's Pikachu.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's, no matter where you go, that electric
mouse. Rat. Ratus. 8 out of 10 is where I'm at with this one. Not much comment here, but
I'm not as familiar. 7 out of 10.
Yeah. Here's a list from the Duke of Nukem. Yeah, Moogle gave it a 0 because there's no Moogles.
Wow.
No, he's joking.
Makes sense, though.
The Duke of... That's all Matey Santa. His ranking of the Muppets movies.
Oh, my.
I find this to be very interesting.
Okay.
So he's ranked the 8 movies based on the Muppets from worst to best.
Okay.
I find this to be... Wow, just looking at this, I'm thinking, damn. All right, well...
I'm really going to have to dig deep. I do remember some of the movies, but some of them I forget.
Well, number 8 is Muppets from Space. Like, that is the weakest one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was made for TV, right?
No, it was not. It was theaters.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I saw it on TV. So.
Every single one of these was released in theaters, actually. Number 7 is Muppets Most Wanted.
That's the most recent one, right?
Yeah, I didn't think it was that bad. Damn. Number 6 is The Muppets Take Manhattan. Now that, sir, you are wrong for that.
I really like that one a lot, actually.
That is like number 2 to me. I mean, like, come on.
Yeah, I put it in my top 3 somewhere.
Number 5 is the one that was just called The Muppets.
I really like that one a lot, though.
Yeah.
I don't know. I put that in my top 3 as well.
Yeah, but here's the thing. From this point forward, they are all really good.
Yeah.
So that's tough, Number 4 is The Muppet Movie, which still holds up, by the way. Watched it not so super long ago with Alice.
It does hold up.
Rainbow Connection's still a banger.
Yeah, you can't beat that.
Number 3 is The Great Muppet Caper. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I don't remember that one as much. It's a little fuzzy.
Number 2 is Muppet Treasure Island. It's good, but I would put it a little lower. And his pick,
I've seen it, but again...
His pick for number 1, I can't really argue with this, because this one is really good. The Muppet Christmas Carol, that movie was fucking dope.
It is really good.
I mean, it is probably my favorite version of A Christmas Carol.
Michael Caine in the hell out of it.
No, he didn't give a fuck that they were Muppets.
No, he played it straight.
He did what Jim Henson would have wanted. He treated them like they were his co-stars.
Yeah.
Yeah. Out of 8, I don't agree with the order, but I can appreciate that. Like, even Muppets from Space is still kind of good. They're not none of these are really bad movies, so it's kind of a matter of it being my cocaine. Out of 8, 6. 6. Yeah, 6. I know it's controversial, but 6.
I think I'll give it a 7. Like, they're all good in their own right. It's just maybe the order is just a little mixed up.
Yeah. Okay. Jesus Christ, we're totally tubular Jonathan here. Born, I'm just going to request, could we limit it to, maybe 2 totally tubular Jonathans per episode, please, in the future? Because it's just
we need to get our tubes tied here.
Yeah, let's. I like getting his list because they're funny and he's kind of an asshole and everything, but, it's a bit much, mix in more other stuff. But we'll do this one real quick. It's the worst 3D platformers of all time that I've played by you. And he even wrote, this is exactly the way that Bort wrote it, by, you guessed it, totally tubular Jonathan.
Okay.
Yeah.
We guessed correct.
What do you think is the worst 3D platformer ever? It's got to be Bubsy 3D, right?
It's probably, I've actually played Bubsy 3D, and it's unplayable.
Yeah, it pretty much is. And we know he played it because it was on one of his other lists. So.
Exactly.
Oh, Alice put out Rascal as it. Oh, yeah, Rascal's pretty bad. It's not as bad as Bubsy, but it's pretty fucking bad.
I don't even know what that is.
It was a PlayStation 1 game with really impressive graphics, and that's it. That's all it had. The graphics were impressive.
Bubsy didn't even have that going for it.
Yeah, it looked like an N64 game, But boy, was it shit. Yeah. The question is, has Totally Tubular Jonathan played Rascal? I doubt it because nobody's fucking played Rascal, but here we go. Number 10 is Crash of the Titans, which... I
don't think I played that one.
It was from that era where Crash Bandicoot got really shitty, so...
Yeah, when Naughty Dog let it go.
Yeah, number 9 is Spyro Enter the Dragonfly, which, there's a reason your whole shit got taken over by little figures for a while.
Yeah.
Number 8 is SpongeBob Hero Pants. God, I forgot this existed.
I've never played a SpongeBob game except the Flash game SpongeBob Botocross.
Oh my god, that's funny. Number 7 is Earthworm Jim 3D. Dude, I don't even like Earthworm Jim 2D.
I like the 2 Earthworm Jim games.
Oh, hell no. Boring as shit.
There's only 2.
Yeah. But that 3D game is even worse. Number 6 is Prince of Persia 3D. Yeah, people forget this game exists for good reason.
I do remember Prince of Persia 3D. I think I didn't want to play it just because of how it looked.
It looks like shit. And it plays like shit, too. Number 5 is Shrek Extra Large, which... Yeah, no, I'm good on the Shrek.
Why didn't they call it Shrekkstra Large? Well, now I know.
Yeah. Calm down. Calm down over there. Number 4 is Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric. God, I forgot about this game. Yeah, this was pretty dire. It's pretty dire. Number 3...
I never played it, so I can't really comment.
Number 3 is Ninja Bread Man, which... Oh, yeah. So Ninja Bread Man is interesting because this was supposed to be like Zool 3. And then they didn't have like the license to Zool, so they just made it Ninja. But what also was weird is they kept reskinning this game and re-releasing it under other titles, usually on the Wii. So it's like Ninja Bread Man and like 5 other fucking games that are the same exact thing, just with different graphics.
The problem is they needed that licensing from Chupa Chups.
Number 2 is Leisure Suit Larry Box Office Bust. Is this a platformer?
It's a 3D walk around kind of game, so it's very removed from the traditional Leisure Suit Larry series.
Wait, so you're saying it's not like an adventure game?
Well, it is, but I don't know. I think he's using you walk around as a 3D character. That's about as 3D as it gets.
Are you like jumping and shit?
No, you're not.
Then it's not a platformer.
No.
It doesn't belong on the list then. Yeah. And number 1 is Bubsy 3D. We called that.
No Rascal.
I mean, well, he probably just hasn't played Rascal, but out of 10, this was actually a pretty decent list, except for the odd decision to put the Leisure Suit Larry game on there that's not a platformer, and to put it at number 2, like, that's just weird. But so I'm going to take off like 2 points for that and give it an 8.
I have a feeling there's worse out there, so I'm gonna go 7.
Well, it's out of the ones he's played.
Yeah, but I don't know. 7 just feels right to me.
Okay. All right. Here's one from a YouTuber named Metroidvania Guru, who has given us a list of the top 10 pixel art Metroidvanias. Okay.
Pixel art, okay.
I have played a lot of Metroidvanias, and most of them have pixel art. So let's see how this goes.
I played a good handful. You've likely played more than I have, but I played a good bunch.
Well, I have a whole day of streaming dedicated to this type of game. So, I mean, not specifically pixel art, but Metroidvanias. But let's be honest, most of them have pixel art.
Most of them
let's see. Well, number 10 is a game I haven't even heard of called Guns of Fury. So this is where
I've not heard of this.
So this is where I go on Steam and I look it up and maybe wishlist it. Let's see. Let's do it. Let's see. Guns of Fury.
At the very least, wishlist it so you can look at it later and then decide: do I want this?
It looks like Metal Slug.
Oh, but it's Metal Slug Metroidvania?
Yeah, it's a Metal Slug Metroidvania. I'm definitely wishlisting this. It's also got good reviews.
Does it have like the Metal Slug style graphics?
Yes, it looks exactly like Metal Slug.
Like a Neo Geo game. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, no, this could pass for being on like an actual official Metal Slug.
Dude.
No, it looks dope. All right, yeah, no, that's cool. Number 9 is here's another one I don't know. Gestalt Steam and Cinder.
Oh, again, no idea.
I'm looking it up.
Gestalt.
Oh, I already have it on my wish list. I must just... Oh, it looks cool.
It's already on your wish list.
Well, I probably saw it on some list somewhere. Yeah, I have a ton of fucking games on my wish list. Number 8 is Time Spinner. Yeah, I really like Time Spinner. I really like it.
I played this on my Vita.
Yeah. I don't really understand the description given here. It says a SNES-era Squaresoft dream. Squaresoft has nothing to do with Time Spinner.
No.
It says
SNES era?
maybe PlayStation.
Yeah.
Time Spinner was really good. I enjoyed the story. I enjoyed the gameplay. It was a good game. My only complaint is it was a little on the easy side, but that's
what I like about it. I could actually finish it.
Yeah. Number 7 is Moon Scars. Now, I haven't played this. I'm pretty sure I got Moon Scars on my list, though. Yes, it is. Moon Scars is fucking cool because there's like basically only 3 colors in the game. Everything is black, white, or red.
Ooh, that's kind of... You can do some cool arty stuff with that.
Exactly, yeah. Number 6 is The Last Faith. I like this one. The Last Faith is fucking awesome.
Did you play this on your stream?
I did, yeah. It's sort of like like another one that like leans into the whole Dark Souls vibe of it, but
collect your stuff after you die.
A little bit of that, but mostly just the way that you level up is very Dark Souls-ish, and the bosses being, very tough for the most part. But I really liked it, and the aesthetic, Number 5 is a twofer because they've included Blasphemous and Blasphemous 2 at number 5. Yeah, they should have their own entries because they are very different. But okay.
Oh, really? I've never played them. I've heard of them.
Blasphemous 1 leans really heavily into the Dark Souls vibe, whereas Blasphemous 2 leans a little bit more into the Metroidvania style of it. I've had this idea, I'm going to do this at some point, probably soon, to create an infographic where there's like this triangle with 3 points, one of them being Metroid, another being Castlevania, and another being Dark Souls, and just placing the logo of each game like where they would be, you know what I mean?
How close? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. See, and Blasphemous 1 is much closer to Dark Souls, whereas Blasphemous 2 it still is, but it sort of leans towards Castlevania more.
Oh, even more than Metroid, okay.
Yeah. Number 4 is 9 Years of Shadows, which, God, this was so good. This was so good.
Have you ever played a Metroidvania where you're like, this is garbage?
Oh, yes, absolutely. I played this one called
Really?
Red Shot, and I didn't even get through a full stream of it.
Wow.
It was so bad. Yeah.
But this nine... Sorry, what was it called again?
9 Years of Shadows. It was so fucking good. First, okay, this one would be right next to the Metroid logo because it's so close to being I called it Metroid with a halberd. Like, what if Samus, instead of a gun, she had a halberd?
Dude. Yes, please.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I stopped playing Red Shot and I started playing Metroid Dread. I was like, fuck this game.
That's a way better choice then.
I wasn't too mad. I got it for free, so... Number 3 is Momodora Moonlit Farewell. I don't know if I know this one. Let me look it up.
I think that's a series, the Momodora series.
Yeah, there's a few of them, and they're all on my fucking wish list, so... Yeah, there you go.
You must have a lot on your wish list.
I do.
Okay.
I also have a lot of games I haven't played, so, Yeah. Number 2 is Soldiers. I'm pretty sure I have Soldiers, and I just haven't gotten around to it. Or maybe it's wishlisted. No, it's wishlisted. This one's really chunky pixel sort of art, and it's pretty cool. It's got great animation, though.
I like chunky pixels.
And number 1 is... Wow, this is number 1, and I've never heard of it. It's called Team Ladybug's Holy Trinity.
All right.
Wait, excuse me, what? I've never heard of it, and it's number 1 on your list? Hold on. Team... Oh, okay. Team Ladybug is the fucking developer, and they're talking about 3 different games, of which I've played 1. So they're talking about Touhou Luna Nights, Record of Lodoss War, and Blade Chimera. I played the Lodoss War game, Deedlit and Wonder Labyrinth, and
I've heard of that.
My only complaint is that it was a little easy and short.
Ooh.
But I enjoyed every second of it.
Ooh.
Touhou Luna Nights is on my list. I don't think I know Blade Chimera. But okay, once again, they're putting 3 there, and I think that they should really... But it seems to me, based on the descriptions and the name of the list, that this is focusing a little bit more on graphics than anything, like the best pixel art graphics.
Oh, maybe. Maybe that's it.
And in that case, I really can't say that they're wrong about anything, because even the ones that I haven't played, I did look up to see what they look like.
And they all look pretty?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Absolutely.
Cool.
EB had brought up a good point. There is a distinct lack of Axiom Verge on this list.
Oh, that game is really nice. I like the aesthetics. That kind of almost
Yeah.
Giger-esque.
Yeah, and that one's right up on the Metroid logo as well, you know. Well, with the first one. Axiom Verge 2 starts to lean more into Castlevania. Who else is a little short and easy? Oh, snap, Alice.
Ba-dum-bum.
So I'm going to give it a 10 because I'm based on the descriptions that are written, it's all commenting on the graphics, and I think this is about like the prettiest pixel art.
I'll take your word for it. I'll throw a 10 at it.
Now, here's a list from our No Owlboy or Chasm. Oh, God, Owlboy is gorgeous.
I do have Owlboy, actually.
Owlboy is gorgeous. Chasm was good, too, but I think Chasm falls really into the Time Spinner style, and I think Time Spinner's a little prettier. Okay, here is a list that was submitted to us by our very own Moogle Master. It's from The Gamer. 10 N64 games that are totally overrated and 10 that are worth a second look.
Oh, all right.
Okay. And I'm guessing they're all mixed in here.
Oh, boy.
Okay, so right here at number 20, I have to question whether or not Gamer.com here, thegamer.com, knows the definition of words.
Okay.
Because what can you, just real quick for me, define overrated?
It's a game, it's something that deserves praise, but people still overpraise it, you know.
Something that gets more hype than it should.
Yeah, okay, that's a more nice way of putting it.
So how the fuck is number 20 overrated and it's Superman 64?
Overrated. Maybe the hatred is overrated? It isn't.
Nobody likes this game, Chet.
No.
Who wrote
Titus made it.
Who wrote this list? It has to be a guy named Chet.
Chet.
There's an imaginary person I argue with named Chet. It's actually somebody named Rebecca. Well, fuck off, Chet. It came from a thing where I saw something where it was a pair of scissors that you could buy in a store, and it's like in the, you know, that packaging that's like really hard to open, and the instructions for it said to cut the packaging with scissors. And I remember just getting really angry about that, and I said, well, if I had scissors, I wouldn't be fucking buying them now, would I, Chet? Chet GPT. On what planet is Superman 64 overrated? It's not underrated either. It just sucks. It's just
bad.
It's rated exactly the way that it should be. Let me read this because I need to know that. Let's see. Out of all the overrated games, Superman 64 has been named one of the worst ever to be released on the Nintendo 64. Not only that, it's one of the worst games ever played. With many glitches, difficult controls, and repetitive gameplay, it left a bad mark on the... Where's the overrated part?
Yeah.
We can safely say this game is overrated due to how much negative reception has been received from gamers and critics. It is time to... Oh, wait. So they're saying that it shouldn't get any attention at all, and that makes it overrated? Okay, so whoever wrote this is either high as fuck or it's AI, which is what I'm leaning towards.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah. Number 19 for underrated is Doom 64. Now, this is an interesting one because I think that when Doom 64 came out, it was extremely underrated. It was getting kind of negative reviews. But it has since become very beloved. It has gotten its due. So and especially with the new games Doom and Doom Eternal being sequels to Doom 64, and the fact that they even gave you a free copy of Doom 64 with Doom Eternal, and you know, considering Doom 64, hey, I could play it on PC or Switch or whatever now. Yeah, people have come around to how good this game actually is. I can't say that it's underrated.
But it used to be.
Yeah, number 18 for overrated is Star Fox 64. No, it's a good game. What are you talking about?
No, it's very good and deserves praise. And I can't think of anybody that heralds it as the greatest game ever either.
No, it was just a fun game we played for a while.
But it's very good.
Number 17 for underrated is Blast Corps. No, people like Blastcore.
Yeah.
It might actually be a little overrated because people cream their jeans over it.
I can't say I ever did.
Yeah, well, I know a few people who cream their jeans over Blastcore, and it's like, dude, calm down. Number 16.
Change your jeans.
I know, right? Overrated Donkey Kong 64.
Well, if anybody likes it,
I mean,
I might be there.
I don't know. I mean, I think people like it, but I think that they admit that it has plenty of faults.
Yeah.
I don't think that this list is...
It's a little bloated.
What the fuck? Where did you find this shit, Moogle? Number 15. Oh, hell no. For underrated is Quest 64. Look, okay, so I haven't played it, so I don't really know how bad it is. I know it got bad reviews. But when the only person that I can think of in my life that has ever liked this game is the man with the fake name.
You remember that guy, D-Pad Danny? I hate to single you out, guy, but this is like, he loves
Quest 64. The only person that I've ever known that liked this was the man with the fake sounding name. And this was a guy who loved Duke Nukem Forever, so...
But I gotta give it to D-Pad. When he explains the game, you're like, well, that actually sounds pretty good. But when you play the game, you're like, oh, this is what
well, I'll try it one day, but... I don't know. Number 14, overrated is Banjo-Kazooie? No. You're wrong.
It's as good as people say.
And then they say that Banjo-Tooie is underrated. By who?
Who are these people?
You sound like Seinfeld. Who are these people?
Who are these people?
Number 12, overrated Pokemon Stadium. Are you an ass?
Ass.
You must be an ass. Rebecca, you're failing at every juncture here. Number 11, underrated Jet Force Gemini.
Maybe.
Oh, I mean, people like it. Maybe like it. Okay, maybe it deserves a little more attention than it got, I guess.
I know. I'm not the biggest fan. I don't hate it though. I'm just not. It's not for me.
Number 10, overrated GoldenEye. Maybe a little. It's a really good game, but maybe a little.
Maybe it's good, but perfect. You got Perfect Dark.
Perfect Dark, yeah. And speaking of which, underrated Perfect Dark. I don't think that Perfect Dark is underrated. I just think that people kind of forgot about it. And what is this screenshot? Because that is not Perfect Dark.
Oh.
What is this? This isn't even the sequel. Hold on, I need to show you guys this. You need to see what I'm looking at. What's going on here? Is this concept art or something? That is not Perfect Dark.
Yeah, what?
It's not even the second game, the one that's on Xbox 360. This looks like somebody's remake that they made in Unreal 2 or something, you know?
Maybe that's all they could find in
What is that? What is that screenshot?
I don't know. Do a reverse search.
You want me to put it into Google Lens?
Is that what it's called?
Yeah. That's one of them.
I would just call it a reverse image search.
Well, there's a lot of things that can do reverse image search. It's just Google Lens is just really fucking convenient. It's doing it right now. Let's see.
Perfect Dark for Xbox 360.
It's weird because that screenshot is on the Perfect Dark wiki alongside a bunch of other screenshots that are clearly from the game.
Oh. Maybe it's concept art.
Well, that's what I said earlier. I think it's concept art.
Yeah.
All right, anyway. Number 8 for overrated Super Smash Brothers. At the time I would have agreed. I remember borrowing it from a cousin and thinking it wasn't as cool as I was hoping it would be. But now, yeah, people generally only talk about Smash 64 when they want to say, oh yeah, there was a Smash on the N64.
And that's about it.
Yeah.
Bowling sound effects.
Number 7 for underrated is Space Station Silicon Valley. This is the first thing I actually agree with. Yeah, that was an underrated game.
Is that where you're a microchip and you can go into things or something?
Yeah, exactly. It was
I wasn't a big fan.
It was pretty weird. It was basically like Mario Odyssey before Mario Odyssey. Oh,
before its time.
Alice says that's the upscaled Xbox Live version of Perfect Dark. That's all right. No wonder it looked that good. Number 6, overrated, Mario 64. Honestly, yeah, a little. Yeah, I mean it's a good game, but yeah, honestly, I mean it. You know, people were talking about it like it was the second coming of Jesus, and I mean it was good, but I mean it's sort of like, well, you know, you got Banjo-Kazooie, and you know,
but Mario 64 is still really good.
Yeah,
still really good.
It is, but it's a little overrated. Number 5.
I disagree.
For underrated is Mystical Ninja starring Goemon. Okay, I haven't played this, so I don't know.
It's fine as far as like a 3D platformer kind of.
Oh, here's where me and Jesse disagree. Because number 4, overrated. They're saying Mario Kart 64, and I know you're going to be like yes, and I'm going to be like yes. No, fuck you. Kiss the entirety of my ass and my taint.
No thanks.
Not you.
I'm not a fan of Mario Kart 64. And I know the world knows this. I just wanted to say it again.
Now, how does this compute? Number 3, underrated, Conker's Bad Fur Day? Who is this underrated by?
I can't really think of anybody.
Also, the screenshot's the Xbox version.
Why are they doing this? Like, just show the 60. This is a 64 list.
Number 2, overrated, The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. No,
I don't know.
No, it's just that good.
It's not even my favorite Zelda game, but I'll admit it's
good. Yeah, and then they're saying underrated is Majora's Mask. I
think Majora's Mask is coming around now.
I mean, if you play the 3DS version, maybe.
Well, I prefer Majora's Mask over Ocarina of Time, but I'm aware that Ocarina feels more like a game.
More like a game.
As opposed to Majora's Mask feeling more like a concept.
Majora's Mask isn't bad, but it has 2 major flaws.
Okay.
One is the bosses suck.
There's not
There's not a single boss encounter that's actually fun. There's only 2 kinds. There's slash it until it dies, and oh god, why am I playing this? And
like the goat where you got to chase it and chase it and chase and chase and chase it.
Yeah, that could have been one phase in a much cooler battle, right? But like that fish, why would you want?
Yeah.
That? No, don't do that. And the other flaw is just the honestly the concept is not good. It's a Zelda game that doesn't give you as much time as you want to run around. There are some types of games that time limits make sense. And it's like, oh shit, I got to get back and put all my rupees and shit in the bag, and you know, like, dude, fuck you, you know.
I don't know why. Maybe it was just the time that I played it, which was I guess 2000. But I was all in on it. I love the concept. I love like the pressure that you feel.
I feel like it would have been really, really good if it wasn't called Zelda. Because it doesn't feel like a Zelda game. But then again, like I said, the bosses are just bad, though.
Does Zelda 2 feel like a Zelda game, sir?
Actually, yeah, I think it does.
Okay, does. Not the answer I was expecting.
Well, you know I like Zelda 2. But this is a big old Rebecca McPherson out of 20 here, isn't it? I mean, this is bad.
Yeah.
Like, really bad.
Toilet out of 20.
A big old skidibby toilet Ohio cringe.
Oh, don't even.
You're
not one of them.
I'm not trying to be. I mean, this is just no. This ain't it. There were like 1 or 2 things that I agreed with, but it's just vastly outweighed by the horrendousness of saying that, you know, oh, that Superman 64 is so overrated.
I mean, even a blind squirrel finds a nut every so often.
I guess, yeah. Well, here's one that Moogle sent me from Joel Scott. Oh, it's from something called comicbasics.com. I guess it's written by Joel Scott. 10 most overrated superheroes of all time from Marvel and DC. So
you're more the comic guy.
Who's the most overrated superhero?
I don't know.
It's interesting, right? Like, I don't know, like, in my head, I kind of want to say, like, it might be Iron Man.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but let's see what... okay, well, they're pissing me off right away. Number 10 is Superman. No.
Really?
Let me explain this to you. Who wrote this? What's his name?
Joel.
I'm going to give you a new name. You're Chet now. Listen, Chet. Superman isn't overrated. You're just a cynical asshole.
Mm.
There you go.
Just picking the most... Well, I was going to say the most popular, but that's probably Batman. But one of the most popular.
Number 9 is Deadpool, and I don't think that Deadpool is overrated. I think he might have gotten a little overutilized. Oversaturated, yeah. I mean, like, I've always liked the character, ever since he, wasn't written by Rob Liefeld.
The feet guy.
Yeah, well, I mean, he just did a shiny Deathstroke and called it a day, but...
Wait, didn't they make a reference to him in the latest movie?
Oh, they've made references to him in all 3 movies.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The only one I can remember is the third one.
The third one had the Layfield's feet sign in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Deadpool, it's interesting. He did get kind of like... He was kind of obscure for a while. And it was just this guy that had a couple of cool miniseries and would pop up here and there. And then it was like the zeitgeist happened,
Oh.
And it was cool for a while. And then like the second zeitgeist happened. And then the movie happened. And then the video game. And well, the video game was before the movie. But, it was a little much. But I will say that I always enjoy the character. Number 8 is Captain Marvel, specifically the Marvel Captain Marvel, not the DC Captain Marvel.
Shazam. Not Shazam.
Yeah, not Shazam. Carol Danvers.
Yes.
I don't know. I think
is she over? I didn't even know about her until the movies.
Oh, really? That's well, she used to be called Miss Marvel.
Oh. Wait, there is a Miss Marvel. Yeah.
Well, there's a different Miss Marvel now, but the one that's Captain Marvel used to be called Miss Marvel in the comics. She's been around.
God.
She's been around since the 70s. I mean, I don't know. Number 7 is Green Lantern. Like, which one, dude?
The concept, maybe?
Yeah, I don't know. There's a couple of fucking thousand Green Lanterns. Like, pick one. Number 6 is Mr. Fantastic. Look, I would agree, except for the fact that we're going to get to see him played by Pedro Pascal, so I'm here for that.
Ooh, that's who's playing. Okay, I didn't know that.
Oh, you didn't see the trailer that came out for the Fantastic Four?
Nah, I did not.
It looks look, I think we had this discussion like years and years ago. I said there's only one proper way to do a Fantastic Four movie and make it work, and it has to be retrofuturistic. It has to look like it's the 60s.
Oh.
And they fucking did it.
Nice.
They made it retrofuturistic. That's the only proper way to do it. You got Pedro Pascal playing Mr. Fantastic, so I'm here for that. Number 5 is Groot. Which of the fucking 5 versions of Groot are we talking about here?
I think that's just from MCU glut. That's all.
Well, yeah, but even in the MCU, there's 2 fucking Groots.
Technically, yeah.
Yeah, so which Groot are we talking about?
Just the concept of Groot, perhaps. I
guess.
I am Groot. We get it. You say I am Groot only. Yeah.
Number 4 is Harley Quinn. Look, just the fact
she's a little played out.
I don't think so, to be honest with you.
Really?
I think that she, now that she's broken free of the whole Joker thing, she's more interesting than she has been.
I don't know. I tried watching some of that cartoon that they came out with.
I haven't seen that. I've just seen like
and it's just
I
just felt tired.
I've only seen like clips on YouTube of it. I enjoyed the clips though. But did you see the Harley Quinn movie though? Because that was really good.
I did not. Not yet. Anyway.
Would recommend it. It's really fun. Okay. Number 3 is Iron Man. Yeah, I like I said, I think if it wasn't for Robert Downey Jr., nobody would give a fuck.
Of course.
Nobody would give a fuck. It's weird that he's going to play Doctor Doom.
They'll make it work somehow.
Well, we'll find out if they make it work or not.
Yeah.
Number 2 is Wolverine. You know, I like Wolverine. I kind of agree, though.
Oh, really?
He kind of became Marvel Batman after a while. Where it's like he could beat anybody. You know what I mean? And, yeah, I don't know. Although the Punisher got him pretty good once.
Oh? The Punisher? He's got guns.
Well, he ran him over with a steamroller.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, exactly. Who's number one? Let's see. I think it'd be Batman. I mean, you know, like I said, when Batman's written really well, he's awesome, and then you get these guys that are like, yeah, Batman could beat anybody if he has prep time. And it's like, dude, just calm down with that. You're kind of getting away from the concept of the character at that point.
Yeah, he's not infallible.
He shouldn't be. I would hope not. The guy's got fucking problems.
Oh, yeah.
No, I think Batman is awesome, and I'm usually first in line to see any fucking Batman movie they put out. But yeah, they kind of got a little crazy with it. In the comics, at least, the movies have been pretty fucking. The movies have been pretty fucking. Well, the last one, the Batman, that was pretty fucking amazing. Good? To be honest. Yeah,
okay,
that was cool. Yeah, out of 10, some of these I made sense. Some of these were just confusing. Some of them pissed me off. 4.
4. Oh boy.
4.
I
have to punish them harshly for putting Superman on the list. I'm sorry.
To be fair, I'll give it an even Steven 5.
Now, Mogul also sent me. This is a different website, though. This is from CBR. They're not known for their amazing integrity here. They're known for AI writing. But we'll see what happens here. It's another comic book. It's the 17 most underrated Marvel heroes.
All right. So underrated.
Who's like the underrated Marvel hero? Like, that's kind of interesting because I feel like almost everyone has gotten his due at this point, or his or her due. You know. But let's find out. Number 17 is Elektra. Not a hero.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait. What is she then?
Well, I mean, she's kind of like I mean, usually either a villain or just a foil, or you know what I mean, or just a fucking hired hand, you know?
Like an anti-hero?
I wouldn't even give her that. I mean,
I don't know her that well, other than that
shitty movie?
Daredevil, yeah. And Elektra.
Yeah. Number 16, War Machine. Dude, I like War Machine. I think he's more interesting than Iron Man. I like Rhodey as a character more than I like Tony.
Oh, really?
Tony's boring. I mean, like I said, if it wasn't for Robert Downey Jr., nobody would care.
That's true. He did all the heavy lifting.
Yeah. Number 15 is the Beast. Dude, he hasn't been a hero in a long time.
Really?
Oh, no, the Beast is fucking horrible.
You mean like he sucks?
No, I mean like he's a terrible person. He's not a good dude. He hasn't been a good dude in a long time.
I guess all I picture is the Beast from the X-Men cartoon that I know.
Yeah. Well, let's see what version we're going to get in the Avengers 5, right?
We'll see.
He's going to be in it, so. Number 14 is Luke Cage. Is he really underrated? I mean, the show was... God. The show had an amazing first half and not such an amazing second half.
See, how can he be...
underrated.
Wait, how can he be underrated if he got his own show?
Yeah, that's what I'm struggling with here.
I mean,
it's also, I mean, this guy's been around since the 70s. People know Luke Cage, you know?
Did Dazzler get their own show? No.
Look, don't give them any fucking ideas, okay?
That'd be great.
Number 13 is Cyclops. Look.
Underrated?
Really? This is a character that they have tried so hard to make edgy, and I don't understand why they do that.
Yeah, can't he be like the Boy Scout super
Yeah,
guy.
I mean, like, he was like the Leonardo,
Yeah.
But
Now,
yeah. I don't know. Once again, we'll see what version of him we get in the Avengers movie. Number 12 is Patriot. I mean, people kind of forget he exists.
I did until you mentioned him.
Well, yeah. See, there you go. So that's a perfectly underrated character. Number 11 is Spider-Woman. Yeah, that's another one. Yeah, no, she's underrated for real. People forget her. Really, they don't think of her.
I did used to watch the cartoon, but she had some weird powers, man.
There was a great I don't know if it was a comic strip or video. I don't remember. It was something with her and Spider-Man, and she was saying like something like, "Oh, us spider people have to stick together," and then he's calling out like how weird her powers are, and she's like, "Yeah, just like a spider," and he's like, "What do you think a spider is?" Because she could do some weird shit.
Yeah.
Number 10 is Havok. Okay, yeah, I'll give you that one.
Havok.
I'll give you Havok.
Havok.
They even killed him off in the movies in a rather stupid way. So.
How did they do it? Refresh me.
Yeah, he blew up. So the X Mansion exploded.
Oh yeah.
And Quicksilver got everyone out, but he just didn't get Havok out.
That was a cool scene.
Yeah. Number 9 is Sunspot. God, he also got killed off in a stupid way in the movies. Damn.
What was his power?
He's like the Human Torch.
Oh, flame off.
Yeah. Yeah, he's underrated. He deserves a little bit more attention. Number 9 is Quicksilver. Oh, man. Like I say, which version? There's a couple of different Quicksilvers, right? Are we talking like comic Quicksilver or movie Quicksilver or the other movie Quicksilver?
Oh, or WandaVision Quicksilver?
That was just some fucking guy.
Yeah, that was just a guy.
Who happened to be played by the actor that played him in the movie. Number 7, America Chavez. I think that, like, nobody knows who the fuck she is until the Doctor Strange movie came out, and then people were like, oh, she kind of cool, though.
Yeah. I mean, do people actually name their kids America, though?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of another America.
Especially in Latin America, I mean.
America.
Yeah. America, fuck yeah. Number 6 is the Falcon.
Oh. He had his own show. Sort of.
Wait. Are we talking about the original Falcon or the current Falcon?
Oh, yeah. I guess there's another one now.
Yeah, because the original one became Captain America.
Yeah, I know.
They made a movie about it and everything. Number 5 is Phantom X. Dude, I forgot he existed. All right, I'll give you that one. I forgot Phantom X existed.
Phantom X? I know there's the Phantom.
No, like it's all one word, Phantom X.
Oh, Phantom X.
He's like,
I definitely don't know.
Okay, like imagine Deadpool but French.
Maybe.
Exactly. He was from there was a version of X-Force that was like they were sort of like the X-Men's Black Ops team that would do like the fucked up shit. It was Wolverine, Nightcrawler, Phantom X, and Deadpool, and like I think Psylocke as well. Number 4 is Cannonball. Yeah, I guess the 90s are over, so everybody forgot Cannonball exists.
Was he one of them chunky-looking superheroes? Like in the 90s, everybody had big-ass shoulders?
No, they usually drew him pretty... Because he was a teenager.
Oh.
So, but he was one of the... what do you call it? The Generation X. And his power was pretty much like he could just fly really fucking fast. And that he had like a... When he flew, he had like a force field around him so he could smash into things. And he was like a missile.
Oh, okay. Human missile.
Number 3, oh man, Monica Rambeau. So yeah, she was in the 70s. She was Captain Marvel. And then they decided that she wasn't, and they gave her a different name. I think she was like Photon or some shit like that. And then everybody forgot her. And then they put her in the movies, and everybody didn't watch that movie because nobody gave a fuck.
No.
I didn't even see the Marvels, and I liked the first Captain Marvel movie. But
it was good.
That second one, I was like, this doesn't seem that interesting to me.
I never actually saw it.
Now, number 2 is going to sound weird, but hang with me here because they're right. Number 2 is Wolverine. But they're not talking about Logan. They're talking about Laura.
Oh, that the girl.
Yes, she's been Wolverine for a while, and people keep forgetting about her somehow.
I guess she grew up.
Well, yeah. And
Yeah.
number 1, shout out to Gray here, because I know Gray would have said this right away. Magic. Yeah, the problem with Magic is that when they created her, it was the mid-'70s, and she was really fucking popular.
Oh.
And then they killed her off.
Oh.
And they killed her off in a pretty way, like a way that was like basically really hard to bring her back, because she basically died of like AIDS. Like, they didn't call it AIDS, but it was an allegory for AIDS. They called it the legacy disease.
So they couldn't call it AIDS.
Yeah.
They couldn't say that.
Well, X-Men has always been an allegory.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So it makes perfect sense for that. But they brought her back at some point, and yeah. It was the 80s, yeah. It was the 80s. Well, actually, when they killed her off, it was the early 90s. But the legacy virus thing.
The scare was still going on.
Yeah, she was a very popular character in the late 70s. It might have been early 80s, though. She was created. She was Colossus's little sister.
Oh.
And her powers were fucking weird. That's why they called her Magic. But yeah, they
No Howard the Duck.
They revived her. No Howard. I don't think anybody thinks Howard the Duck is underrated. Out of 17, this was a lot better than that other one. It wasn't amazing, and the Beast definitely doesn't belong on here, but it's 15.
You took my answer again. 15.
I'd be doing that today, huh?
Yeah.
All right, I only got. We don't have much time, but I only have 2 more lists, so let's get through them real quick.
Okay.
Actually, there's 3, but I'm Moogle. I'm not doing this one.
What?
From top 10 things we want to see in Final Fantasy 16. That game already came out.
Yeah.
So
I want to see Moogles.
It's like that would have made sense before the release of Final Fantasy 16. The 10 greatest fantasy movie characters of all time, though. That's interesting, from MovieWeb. Fantasy movie characters. Well, okay. So number 10 is Shrek, and just a no. Fuck
what?
you. Like no. Like honestly, I want to see them do like the live action Shrek, where they just like, just fucking spray paint Mike Myers and have him show his ass.
Well, there was Shrek the musical that had real people.
Yeah, I'm just saying that's what I think of Shrek. It's just Mike Myers' ass.
Well, it's mainly his voice, though.
It's his ass. I would have maybe enjoyed the Chris Farley version. I don't know. Number 9 is Ariel from The Little Mermaid. Oh man, which version of her?
Well, the Disney one.
Well, yeah, there's 2 of those. Number 8 is Jack Sparrow. Are we considering this a fantasy?
Well, I get it has fantastical elements.
Yeah, I guess it has like squid people and zombies and stuff, right? I guess so.
And like amulets that are magical. And
I got bored of him after a while. It was just like, I get it, Johnny Depp's drunk.
I've still only ever seen the first one.
You know what? The second and third ones are all right, and I would recommend them. And then after that, just pretend like there aren't any others.
There's a bunch now, isn't there?
I would not go any further than the third one. Number 7 is Gollum.
Gollum. Yeah, we're number 7, precious.
Gollum.
Gollum.
Yeah.
Number 6 is Loki. Specifically the Marvel Loki. I like the dude. Yeah. I mean, I think Tom Hiddleston played him well.
But top 10 of all time.
Yeah, Almighty said, I guess nobody played Final Fantasy 16 to see what the list got right or wrong yet. Maybe Elise would have been able to tell us because she played it. But
oh, yeah.
Number 5 is Falcor. Yeah, I mean...
He's a cool luck dragon.
Yeah, he's pretty dope. I mean, everybody wanted to ride on Falcor back in the day, right? All right, Debbie, we'll see you around. Number 4 is Inigo
Later,
Montoya.
Damien.
My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
All right, just give me a couple seconds. I got to prepare. Okay.
This is one of the coolest movies ever made, so I can't argue there.
Yeah, and very, very quotable.
Very. Number 3
Barely.
is a good friend of yours and mine and everybody's, Master Samwise Gamgee.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Potatoes.
Potatoes. And by the way, because I know people will wonder, yes, that line is in the book. It was a little different because he doesn't say boil 'em, mash 'em, stick 'em in a stew.
Boil 'em, mash 'em, stick 'em in.
Yeah, he said. Gollum asks, "What's potatoes, precious?" And he says, "Potatoes, Gaffer's delight, a rare ballast for an empty belly." And then he starts talking about like chips and it goes awry because Gollum's not interested.
I wonder why they didn't just have that in the movie. That sounds fine.
It was fine, but at least they had the scene because it's a great scene. And like I said, he starts talking about chips and how he wants to make Gollum fish and chips, and maybe they could be friends. And he says, "Come on," because he's trying to get him to do something. And he says, "If you get me the herbs I need, I'll make you some fish and chips. You can't say no to that." And Gollum,
"Yes, we can. Really, fish, my friend. Keep your nasty chips."
Which that part did make it into the movie. So, number 2 is Gandalf. I kind of figured he'd be number 1. Who's number 1? Who's number 1? If it's fucking Harry Potter, I'm gonna riot. But let's see. Oh, that's almost as bad. It's fucking Hermione.
Her?
What is so great about her? Like, we get it. She's a nerd. I'm so tired of Harry Potter. I'm not watching the fucking TV show.
Oh, they're doing a TV show. Man, I have no idea what the outside world is doing.
Not interested at all. Well, it's going to be on like HBO Max, but I'm just not interested at all.
And she's gonna make money off of it?
Yeah, that's the problem. She's not only is she making money off of it, but she's specifically making it because the primary actors from the movie series have not agreed with her, and she wants
they'll turn their backs. Beauty.
Yeah, like somebody like she even like said something on fucking Twitter recently where she basically said that they ruined the movies for her. I was like, I don't know, Joanne. I think you kind of ruined the whole franchise for everybody.
Yeah.
How is Hermione above Gandalf? First of all,
Gandalf's like basically an angel.
Well, yeah, but personally, my number 1 would be Sam, but that's me.
Samwise
Gamgee. Do you know what Samwise means?
Really wise?
It means half-wit.
Oh.
Yeah.
No.
I'm not saying he is. I'm just saying that's what his name means. But when Aragorn wrote a letter to him after the events of the Lord of the Rings, and he wrote it in Sindarin, which is what the kings of Gondor would do. And he referred to Sam as Perhail, which is the Elvish way of saying half-wit, or half-wise. And then he added a parenthetical that a better name would be Panhail, which is fully wise.
Aww.
So, but if you look at Sam's family, they all had goofy names like that. Like, his father was named Hamfast, which is like literally son of Ham. And his father was Ham. So it wasn't really, Sam had like 3 brothers and a sister, and only the sister got off with a decent name.
Well, what's Gamgee? Does that mean something?
Okay,
or just a last name?
Yeah, see, Tolkien wanted it to be Goodchild.
Oh.
And he had this thought in his head, my son will eat me alive if I name the character Sam Goodchild. Okay. So he said, he wrote it in a letter. He said, I'm calling the character Gamgee. I really wanted it to be Goodchild, but I know you wouldn't approve of that.
Okay.
All right. Out of 10, What the fuck was Shrek and Hermione? Other than that, it was half decent. I'll give it a 6.
5.
Yeah.
For me.
And our final one, and this is interesting because I just finished East 10 just yesterday. And from, oh god, it's The Gamer? Oh no. It's every East game ranked from worst to best.
Oh, I hope it's not all the versions.
Oh, no, I don't think so because there's 12 on here and there are 12 games, so...
Okay.
Okay, so number 12, the worst one. This is no surprise. East Strategy shouldn't exist.
I don't even know that one.
It shouldn't exist. There's actually another one. There's also it's probably not on this list, I guess, because there's only 12 games. There's an East Online, but that was pretty short-lived. Yeah, it was on the DS, and it's basically just this really janky RTS that's somehow connected to the East games. It wasn't
I'm
made.
not a fan of RTS.
It wasn't made by Falcom. It sucks. All right. Oh no. What are you doing? Okay, so now we're on to the main series.
Okay.
And their pick for the worst of the main series is East 4 Memories of Celceta.
Oh, okay. All right.
I
Maybe
literally...
that means all the other ones are way better.
They're not.
Oh.
You know, and Moogle asked me, and you know, like when I finished East 10 and I was in a hurry, but I said, you know, like my overall impression of East 10 is it was really good. It's not one of my favorites, but it is really good. And I said like the top favorite is 8, the Lacrimosa of Dana. And then right under that is 9, Monstrum Nox. And then to be honest with you, right under that is 4, Memories of Celceta. So I don't know what their reasoning for putting this at the bottom, basically. I don't get that.
Is there a blurb?
There is, but I don't have the inkling to read it, to be honest with you.
Hey, maybe they'll make some good points.
No, they won't. Number 10, it's The Gamer. We already... This is the same website that did that underrated, overrated N64 list.
Yeah.
I mean, Alice said it best. Are they smoking crack?
They're smoking the drug.
You know what? I wish I had my phone on me. I would say I think ChatGPT could actually do better than this. Okay, number 10 is East 5, Lost Kefin, Kingdom of Sand. Good game. Doesn't really feel like it has an identity as an East game. Desperately needs a remake. This is the one that I would say is the worst of the main series.
Okay, so they got close.
Yeah. Number 9 is East 2, Ancient East, Vanished Final Chapter. Now, I don't know. Like, for the classic ones, you know, the ones with the bumping mechanic, like East 1 and 2, are we really saying the 2 is worse than 1? It's, you know, like 1 is really short, and I don't know. It's weird. Number 8 is East 7. Oh, they are smoking crack. All right. Number 7 is East 1, East Vanished. Okay.
All right. Yeah, this is going to be more your list than my list because you actually played probably all of these.
I've played all of them, yeah. Number 6 is East 6, The Ark of Napishtim. See, here's the thing. I actually agree with the placing of putting 6 at number 6 because this is like the point where, like, yes, it's really, really good, but they're all really good.
Okay.
So it's tough to, you know, say that it would be in the top 5, but at the same time, like, the rest of this hasn't made sense, so...
It's like the least of the good ones, you know?
Number 5 is East 9, Monstrum Nox. Like I said, I would put that at number 2, personally.
Wow.
Number 4 is East Origin. This is East 0, basically. I really like this game. It's not better than Ark of Napishtim. It's definitely not better than 9.
Did you hear that, The Gamer? Yeah. Not better.
Well, I mean, East Origin is really cool, but it's also a game that takes place entirely in a single dungeon.
Oh.
And the gimmick is playing through it 3 times as 3 different characters. So it's awesome, but it doesn't give you the exploration that you're looking for. It's, yes, the 3 characters take different routes through the dungeon. They have different abilities. They're you know, it basically is like 3 different games, but at the same time, it should be lower on the list. Number 3 is what?
Well, there's only 3 left.
Number 3 is East 4, The Dawn of East. Now, first of all, I thought we weren't getting into different versions because we already had an East 4 on here.
Yeah.
Secondly, if there's 2 4s, then how are there? What's missing?
Is there another one?
Maybe this game. The list. Maybe the list came out before East 10 came out.
Oh, okay.
Number 2 is East 8 Lacrimosa of Donna. Well, by process of elimination, we know that 3 is number 1, and it is the Oath and Filgana. I mean, 3 is really fucking fun, but at the same time, Lacrimosa of Donna is a masterpiece. Like, it's definitely
they
the
got
best
close,
one.
At least.
Did they? Why are 2? Okay, so if we're gonna go with where Memories of Celceta and Dawn of Ys are both on the list, then why not Mask of the Sun as well? Right?
Maybe that one's frowned upon, but then just put it at the back.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, why are we drawing the line at 2 versions of Ys 4 and not the fact that there are actually 3 versions of it?
Because it's the gamer, and that's what they do.
It's weird. Yeah. This is a big old... all right, I don't have my phone to get the app, but I'm going to go to ChatGPT right now. And I'm going to see if they can do... If ChatGPT... Well, it's actually OpenAI.com. If fucking ChatGPT can do better, then you failed. All right, let's see. Okay, rank all of the Ys... Oh, let's try spelling right. The Ys games from worst to best. All right, it's doing its thing. If it could do better, then you failed miserably.
I'll be damned if it's not the same list.
That means you really failed because you used it. It's searching the internet. See, ChatGPT actually searches the internet now instead of just puking out whatever.
Just barfing out nonsense.
Oh, it's all slow because I didn't log in. What is going on right now?
ChatGPT is looking up shit.
No, it crashed. Let me log in.
ChatGPT crashed.
Fucking shit.
Guy.
It totally crashed. Oh, fuck. I just wanted to prove a point that this list was worse than AI. Alright, I'm logged in.
Alright.
Give me a second, though. Alright, let's see. Rank the Ys games from worst to best. Oh, what is this shit? No, stop popping up shit. DeepSpeak? That's the Chinese version, isn't it?
Yeah.
Alright. Let's see what it does. Alright, I don't care about your stupid preamble. So, Ys strategy, yeah? Why is it taking so long? Okay, Ys 5, that's correct.
There you go.
Ys 1, Ys 2, Mask of the Sun and Dawn of Ys lumped together, even though they're 2 different games. Wanderers from Ys and Oath and Filgana mixed together, even though they're 2 different games.
Yeah.
Lacrimosa of Dawn is at number 7, that's tough. Ark of Napishtim, 7, Monstrum Nox, Origin, Oath and Filgana, even though it was already on the list. And then... Okay, ChatGPT, you got cute. It put Lacrimosa of Donna, it says, is number 1 emotionally, but Oath and Filgana is number 1 mechanically.
Well, based on its story or gameplay?
I mean, they were both on the list already. All right, it's a mess, but at least it can say, well, it's a mess because it's fucking AI, and AI is a fucking mess. Stop relying on it.
Mm-hmm.
These AI things should only ever have been toys. Just shit that you play with, you know what I mean? I mean, when this shit first came out, the first thing I did is, like, write a story about Hank Hill and Beavis grilling together, and it was the stupidest fucking thing. And we all sat there on stream giggling about it, like stopping the game that I was playing every few minutes to look at what it wrote and just giggling at how stupid it was. You know what I mean? Hal says, that's it. I'm getting the magnets. But for this original list at a 13, yeah, just a complete fucking fail. I mean, like, whoever. Okay. I'm guessing that the list was written before Ys 10 came out.
Well, yeah, because it's not on the list.
Yeah,
but then there's a lot of other stuff that's not on the list.
Well, what do you mean? I guess, yeah, the Mask of the Sun isn't on the list, but it really shouldn't be. I thought we were going with one version each.
Yeah, that's what I thought at first.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and
with
then
two versions of 4, anything's game now.
Why is Dawn of East like at number 3, but Memories of Celceta, which is infinitely better, is number 11?
Because they're weird.
All right, you wanted me to do it before. I didn't want to. But I'm going to read the blurb for why Memories of Celceta is number 11.
Oh, okay.
Memories of Celceta has some fairly specific issues that other entries in the series lack. While it tells a genuinely decent story, one that adds a layer of intimacy to protagonist Adol Kristen's character, there's a rushed quality that I can't exactly be ignored. Memories of Celceta don't so much end. That grammar, it don't so much end? Now I know a person wrote this because an AI wouldn't have made that mistake. As it stops, leading to a very uninspired finale. Are you joking? The ending was basically The Lord of the Rings. You even got to toss the Mask of the Sun into a Mount Doom. What are you talking about?
Whoa.
That said, the dungeons are genuinely well designed. The gameplay is as solid as ever, and Celceta stands out as one of the more interesting settings in the series. In an ideal world, Memories of Celceta would be more refined. But okay, so I see what happened here, and they're an idiot, but they didn't do any research at all. So I can tell you that this person played this on like PS4 or possibly on Steam and had no idea that it was a Vita game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it looked underpowered.
Yeah, because it's just a Vita game with a little extra, like upscaling.
A little extra sauce.
Yeah. The East series has never been on the cutting edge of graphics anyway, so.
Yeah, but it looks fine.
Yeah, it's always had functional graphics. It's just, like I said, they've never been on the cutting edge. Like when I started 10, I said early on, you know what? I like this game so far, but I got to tell you, you could tell it was made for the Switch.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Because it looks significantly less detailed than 8 and 9 did. But I still liked it. Then again, like what I said, they revealed East 10 Proud Nordics at the Switch 2 Direct, and I did go back and I looked at that and I was like, wow, okay, no, you could tell this is like much better graphics, and also this is clearly a completely new game because what the fuck? Other than Adol and Karja, I don't recognize any of these characters, and it looks like there's some kind of multiplayer in it now.
Oh snap!
That's what it seems anyway. It looked like there's multiplayer based on the 30-second ad we got. Anyway, yeah, 3 out of 12. I mean,
I will agree with you.
Yeah, just fail. Just a big fail.
Epic fail.
Epic fail.
Epic sauce fail.
It's just weird to include like East strategy at all. And then you're just like, well, we're not going to include Mask of the Sun.
And 2 versions of 4, but not any of the others.
but not the third one, not Mask of the Sun. No. It's just strange. And I know it was like, well, Mask of the Sun wasn't released in the U.S. You know what? Neither was 5, and neither was the Dawn of East.
He's got you there, folks.
There has not been an official release of 5 on any system. It was released 3 times. 2 of them were on Super Nintendo. They did it twice on the Super Nintendo. East 3 is on every fucking console. East 3 is like Skyrim. You could probably get it for your refrigerator.
Oh, like Doom.
Yeah, like Doom, exactly. Because like back in the day when it was like the side-scrolling, like the Zelda 2 style gameplay that it originally had, it was on PC. It was on TurboGrafx. It was on Genesis. It was on Super Nintendo. It was on NES. That's everything, right? We got it all.
Yeah, there was an NES version. I forgot.
Well, yeah. They didn't... Or Uno. Everyone has Uno, dipshit. It came free with your Morning Star. Well, I have the oldest whip known to man, and I didn't have... You have Uno, Richter! You know that Vampire Survivors game?
Yes.
So they released a a DLC called Ode to Castlevania, which is funny because Vampire Survivor started as a Castlevania reference. And it's got like like a whole map and all these different bosses and a whole bunch of different Castlevania characters. And EB's been playing it because EB is like heavily into Vampire Survivors, just giving us updates on, what they were trying to unlock Richter so that they could do the Richter Dracula scene, which I saw on the Discord stream, and it was pretty fucking funny.
Okay.
But he said, you could unlock the characters with codes that you can put in, but I want to do it the long fun way and just like properly unlock each one. But I was like, all I hear is there's codes. Let me see what they are because they're probably funny. And I every time they mentioned Richter and Dracula, I would go, "You have Uno, you stupid Belmont," But anyway, I looked at the fucking code to unlock Richter, and it doesn't have Uno. Like they had clearly seen that video. Everyone has Uno, dipshit. Guys, we're going to do a raid. Don't go anywhere just yet, guys. Please stick around for the raid. That's been the List Critics. We've had a blast today for the most part. Let's go over the schedule real fast here. Tomorrow afternoon, I will be... That is not correct. Where is the List Critics thing? Okay, let's get rid of that. Oh, no. East 10 is not correct. We finished that. Let's get rid of that as well. We will be... Jesus Christ, nothing's correct right now. It's not that either. Why is it showing Ghost Song? Okay. There it is. Celeste. Tomorrow we'll be playing Celeste for Steam. Saturday night we'll have more of Xenoblade Chronicles 2 for the Switch. Sunday night, more of Bloodstained Ritual of the Night for Steam. Monday afternoon, more of Deep Breath Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition for the PlayStation 3. Tuesday night, more of Ghost Song for Steam. Wednesday afternoon, we're done with East 10 Nordics. I will let you guys know what's coming up. Oh, well, the next game is going to be Tunic, but I might do an interim stream with EB. I'll let you know, just depending on if they have like any kind of medical appointments that day. So that'll be that. And then Thursday night, a week from today, is a Tolkien stream. So it'll be live both here and on YouTube, and it's going to be the Council of Tolkien. We'll have a different background. I'll have Matt and Sid with me, but it is basically what it's going to look like. Anyway, guys, let's come over to... Let's all come. Let me hit the nut button real quick. There we go. Let's go over to here, and let's see who we have online that we could raid. Who are we raiding today?
Boop, boop, boop.
Bunch of people on. Let's see. Who are we raiding? Oh, Captain Retro's on. Shit. Let's go. Captain Retro's he's like if Jesse was American.
He does a song and dance.
Well, he has an intro that has his very own like rap song that's about him.
Yeah, I don't have one of those. I'd like one of those.
But don't you wish his friend PokeX, who also comes into my stream sometimes, did it. But you'll hear it as we come in here. Yeah, I mean, I wish I had a rap song written about me that would be in my intro, and it's somehow also about bacon. But he's playing Final Fantasy IV. I just want to let the ad play and just make sure that he's not about to... Oh, he's ending. Yeah, never mind.
Womp womp.
Yeah, because he normally ends around 11. And yeah. All right, so let's not raid
It's
Captain
around
Retro.
11.
Yeah. So I am going to raid... Good God, definitely not you. So far. He's playing Oblivion Remastered. Let's do it.
Oblivion.
All right, here we go. Looks like he just started, even though he's 2 hours into his stream. He might have been playing something else before. So let's get the raid call going. The Zophar in Cyrodiil. It's more likely than you think. All right, guys, there's your raid call. Copy and paste it as we head into Mr. Brad's stream. Zophar playing Oblivion Remastered. It looks like he's just creating his character. He might have been playing something else earlier because he is 2 hours into stream. We'll see you guys over there. We'll see you guys on Discord. We'll see you guys tomorrow for Celeste and just around in general. Here we go, motherfucker. Yeah.